Hey, what was that?
You're like, y'all gonna die. Finally.
You have to die. Too much good stuff. You've been doing too much good
You're
things.
almost level 10. One of you's gotta go.
I'm not seeing enough devotion in demons. One of you's gotta go. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Woo! I'm ready for this if you guys. Um, oh yeah. Great. That's what I was doing to all of you. Okay. There. Just need to get out my man. It feels like I haven't done D&D forever. Kinda. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Tal'Dorei. Things could be better. In this very, very moment, things could be better. Getting better, it could be even better. You guys find yourself now on the 12th of Duskar. Here in the year being, because I'm trying to give you guys the date more often, 836 post divergence or PD. Um, you guys have been making your way across the frozen north of Tal'Dorei, across the Neverfields, trying to make your way to a rendezvous with a skyship that could ferry you to Vasselheim in a place where there should be enough holy people to contain this most evil Spider Queen crown that you guys have been led to by the Moon Reaver. Um, and so you did wander. You wandered and faced many challenges, including a vengeful, dickhead white dragon who you got the best of on many occasions. We will see if he ever shows up again. Um, you all also came upon a number of revenant who seemed to be at each other's throat, and you kind of very carefully utilized their loyalties or needing to deceive, whatever it may be. You seem to have gotten out of that situation scot-free. You guys played your cards to the best of your ability and got out of the Neverfield aboard the Silver Sun. And even on the Silver Sun, there were some trials. It seems that down in the cargo hold, your spiders were waylaid by a number of spiders that emerged. But you managed to keep track of that because of Ember's most wise usage of red to keep an eye on things in the cargo hold. And here you find yourself quickly finding your way over Vasselheim, or not, excuse me, not Vasselheim specifically, but Isilra, the continent, the largely unexplored continent of Isilra. Um, and you've been attacked. A as large as you've ever seen one by quite a bit. A Adrenok, which I think some of you have identified with the League of Miracles, has attacked your ship. But worse than that, or not as worse than that, we'll see which is worse. A super, a drow woman with many arms who looks super bangable, apparently, according to the party's consensus, if she wasn't so ready to kill you all. And that is where we pick up today as you are being attacked by these two characters as you fly over Sierra. And I'm going to need some initiative from the party. Please and thank you. Why are you so way? Okay, let's do this. You here to try this out, of course. Oh man, I'm excited for this combat. Oh no, I don't have my notebook. We'll see if I survive. Oh, um, we're gonna suck this. Okay. So clearly still unpacking. Sorry, guys. Um, we'll open that up for now. Okay, let's roll some dice. Holy shit, Beverly's got so much gold. Good job, guys. Yeah, making her rich, I guess. Good job. She doesn't have everything. She's got money. That's gonna be jewelry. Original team. Oh shit, they did really good. Oh, shit. It's a good initiative. Beverly. Ooh, Beverly with the nat 20 on initiative. Good job. Man, we got some high initiatives from the NPCs over here.
Well, aren't they special?
Hey, one of those is yours.
Yeah, isn't that good? Good. Like
Not all of them are ours, but yes, Beverly is good.
Yes, but
Half
you like
of
it.
yours.
Everyone else can suck it.
The crew turns to you and goes, "Oh,
Oh,
But you're with us.
but we were just trying to help." Okay, let's do this. Initiative time. Who rolled a 20 plus in their initiative? Okay. What am I missing here? Somebody said something bad.
No, we're just in the meeting chat.
We're discussing very important strategies.
Stop looking.
What the fuck? Okay. None of you rolled above 20 because you're all licking your toes, I guess. Okay. Okay. How about 20 to 15?
16.
I'm not that
You get
flexible,
there.
boss.
18.
Get there. 18. Okay, so I'm all 18. Crew roll of a hot 15. How about 15 to 10? Nick's rolled well. Who about 10 to 5?
Got a 9?
5. With advantage.
Oh, all of you got 9. Okay, what's the
5.
organization there?
Cool.
5.
5, understood. 5. Glenn Number, who would like to go first?
Oh, Glenn could go first.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, do that. Oh, thank you so much. Oh man, it's time. Here we go. I've been wanting to use the stab lock for such a long time. Okay, here we go. So, as a reminder, you see this red-haired drow woman covered in the picture should be a while back in the chat. Or I'll put in the Roll20 here. So I reposted a picture of your nemesis at the back of the ship, who just slew the captain in cold and most surprising blood. And now is going to take her turn, or technically their turn. Let's see. The first thing they're going to do is look down, and one of the hands is going to flick its wrists, and a fairy fire is going to hit the deck. So I'm going to need quite a few people to roll me a saving throw. Let's just do it this way. Why doesn't matter so much at this point. Oh yeah, I'm going to need everybody to roll me a dex save as purples and reds sort of, different sparks of purples and reds sort of flutter down to the deck to enrapture you all. Ember, that's a save. Call him out when you got him.
17.
16. Good.
3.
Yeah, take it back.
Wait,
Glint, what'd you get?
16.
Save. Sarvalg.
I got a 10.
You are coated in a harmless purplish fire. There will be advantage on you going forward. Finch,
17.
that's a save. Nyx,
21.
I heard 20 something?
21.
21. You're also very quiet. Maybe bring your mic a little closer to your mouth. Yeah, 21's a save. Yvain?
3.
3. You are also emulated in fairy fire.
This dice is not doing it today.
As she does that, another hand flips forth, and a sort of her ghastly vision seems to separate around herself, and she seems to have mirrored forms about her, making it difficult to really know which one is truly her. And then she is going to, very ghost-like, just sort of almost like foot dive down into the deck and disappear beneath the wood as if she were a ghost, because she is. And that will be her turn. That'll bring us to Beverly, who I should have rolled dex save for. She failed, and she is in fairy fire as well. I should probably give some coloring so I can remember who is an easy target right now.
Oh no, not me. So
Oh
helpless.
no, I failed my saving throw. Oh, and I gotta do the gnome too. Oh, the gnome saves. Well, gnomes have advantage, so. Okay, that brings us to Beverly. Beverly goes, what do I do? I'll go try and help the captain. And she'll run up to the top of the stairs to where the ghost lady vanished. And it's gonna like go down. She's gonna go through the motions and make sure and she goes, and there'll be a little look on her face that says that, like, you know, that person's gone. And she confirms the captain has been killed. She sort of flips the captain's body over, and her throat is just opened, completely opened. That will bring us to. Oh shit! He's got legendary accents. Let's do one now. It is going to do a starry burst. It opens its wings and lets up this frankly kind of beautiful, almost cat-like purr mixed with like a whale's sort of billow. And as it opens and unfurls its astral wings, stars are going to shoot out and flare from it. I need a con save from everybody, every single person.
Okay, that's
All right. I'm going to go around and get those results. Glenn?
22.
22. That is a save. You are going to take half the damage. You are going to take 12 points of force damage, as you are only partially hit by 7 stars. Zarvalog.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take my 24, bud. I got
All right, take your 20.
I got like an 8 or something like that.
All right, take your 24, but you are also blinded.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Ember?
Fear my 6.
I don't. That's going to be 24 force damage, and you are blinded. Nyx, how did you do? Can't hear you. In the meantime, I'll catch your number there, Finch, if you don't mind.
22.
22, that is a save. You'll take 12 force damage. And Yvain?
19.
19 is a failure. You will take 24 force damage and be blinded. The ship itself fails its con save and is going to take 24 force damage, but it can't be blinded because it is a ship.
That's good.
Yeah. Beverly fails. Will take 24 and be blinded. She was takes and is blinded. Nyx, do you how you doing? Still can't hear you, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go get the rest of the crew. Well, some of the crew members are just not going to survive. That's the unfortunate news.
Oh,
Save or fail, a couple of them.
Nick's got a 22.
A 22. Thank you, Nyx. You're going to take 12 force damage, my friend. That guy's out. Lunch as well. The first mate is still alive. Having taken 12 force damage. Okay, now it's time for its turn. But you will note that as all these stars shoot out from its body, it is then going to turn invisible. So at the start of its turn, it is simply going to attack. It's going to indeed attack. It's going to move up onto the deck. Yeah, it's not here for you guys. It's going to take some attacks on the ship itself. First one is a nat 20, which is not good. That's going to be 34 points of damage to the ship. Oh, that was a lot more than I meant it to be. Just round off, so 38 plus 48 additional damage. It's then going to swing to the side a little bit and go for the rune stones. The mid off the top of my head, I can't remember. But the glowing crystals that give us life out here. That is going to be a miss. And the last one is going to be a hit. This one's going to be a tail. As the tail slams into it, or 26 bludgeoning damage. Okay, Zarvald, you have a couple of things on your plate, my friend, and you are glowing with fire. What do you do?
right. So I'm glowing and blind. Do I have a chance to get unblind or no?
I'll let you know, but soon enough.
All right. In that case, I guess what have I seen so far that I have an idea of a direction?
You can hear too. You're pretty sure, like it's a big creature. You can hear generally where this creature is. And the last you saw of the drow assassin, she sort of disappeared into the deck, up at the aft deck.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. I guess then I will shoot at the giant cat cartoon.
Okay. You will do so at disadvantage. Go ahead.
Yep. And for now, I'm going to stick with the, just for record keeping, the heavy crossbow of warning.
Understood.
Okay, here we go. Am I at disadvantage?
You are, because you're blind.
Oh, and this thing already attacked. So I'm at like real disadvantage. Well, that's no good. All right.
I'm at real disadvantage. Oh, this is what this is like.
Right. It's horrible. All right. Sorry, hold on.
No, take your time.
All right, so the first attack is a 19 to, or 15 to hit at disadvantage.
A 15 to hit at disadvantage. That will not hit, I'm afraid to say.
Okay, and then I got one more attack. Oh, and that one is a 13 to hit at disadvantage.
13 will not hit, I'm sorry to say. You do have Stalker's Fury, though.
Yeah. Well, but I didn't win in it. It's already attacked this round, so I don't get that third attack either.
Oh, okay. Are you sure? I thought you get it on the
Yeah,
first round regardless.
I don't think so. I think I have to have I might be getting it confused, but I think I have to have I think I have to win initiative both to get advantage on the attacks and to get the third attack.
You're Gloomstalker, right?
Yeah.
So Dread
Revive.
Ambusher is the start of your first turn. You get that additional attack. The advantage is a separate mechanic. The extra
Oh, okay,
attack you
great.
still get. Yeah.
Perfect. I had that confused. And that's going to be at most a 15 at disadvantage, so I missed with that too.
Okay, sorry. So this fire hits you, and these stars blast over you, and Zarvol's eyes are just like little tears are streaming down his face as his eyes burn from the starlight, and just starts firing off just sort of wildly out into the sky and misses the creature. Is there anything
Also,
else you'd like to do?
I'm just realizing that I never rolled for Fen for the fairy fire.
Right.
So I should go ahead and do that, I suppose.
Yep.
All right. So that was a dex save, right?
That was a dex save, yes.
For Fen, that's going to be a 16, so that fails for fairy fire, right?
That fails, so Fen will be glowing as well.
And it was a con save for the
Yeah.
Starry Blast, right?
Yeah.
That is a net 20. So it's like a 24, I think. So that's a save, I think.
Sweet. Fantastic. So only 12 damage to Fen.
Okay. All right. In that case, I think this thing is not in melee range from the deck, right?
I think Fen could probably. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
All right. We will do some Fen attacks then, since he
right.
is not blinded.
Fen will kind of hop up onto the railing and do his best work. Yeah.
The first attack is going to be a 12 to hit,
12 will not hit, I'm afraid to say.
and the second attack is going to be a 13 to hit. I am not rolling well.
Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. Fen and Zarval go on the attack, and they just cannot. They can't make it happen. They just can't make contact with this strange creature, though they might try.
All right. That is yeah, since I can't see and Fen's not going anywhere, I believe that is the end of my turn.
Understood. Okay, that is going to bring us to the Finchamnagard. What would you like to do, my friend?
Well, our friend went somewhere, right? You said she just dove into the deck, and now we have no clue where she is.
Yeah, she just kind of like folded her arms in and just kind of like floated down through the deck.
Cool. Love that for us. Okay. I feel like I don't want to go look for her. Let's see here. Can I use my movement to make my way towards the little beastie off the side of the ship there?
Yeah, 10 feet will get you right towards its head.
Cool. I am going to use my bonus action to prepare Branding Smite.
All right, you do so.
Then I'm going to use my action to try and hit it with a Warhammer.
Fair enough. Go for it.
Okay. Let's see there. Okay. That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. You got
Okay. And I'm going to smite on top of all of that.
Absolutely, go for it.
Okay, so that is 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. 16. Just adding up all the dice
Yeah,
here.
go for it.
And then 20. That's 24 points of damage in total.
Ouch. All right, you bring your hammer up. The seal, the celestial seal, appears on your hammer. As you bring it down, a flaming platinum light of fire emanates across the creature. Bludgeoning and radiance damage just plow across the creature. May I ask how much damage came from branding smite specifically?
Let's see here. I think it was like 10.
Understood. Okay. Fantastic. What's going on for your second attack?
I am going to try and hit it one more time.
All right, one more time. Go for it.
Let us see. Hold please. All right. Let's do that. And that's going to be, so it's 23 to hit, and I am going to also expend a superiority die to try and make that a menacing attack. And that's a
Okay.
wisdom saving throw, a DC 14.
Wisdom saving throw DC 14. You sort of do this and put forth all of your might to try and frighten the creature. But you get a sense in this moment that it is immune to being frightened. It is a construct and thus does not have emotion.
Okay. So it was still 23 to hit.
You'll still get the superiority die, though. You'll still get
Yeah.
damage.
Okay, so let's do that then. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, ooh, 15 points of damage then total on that hit.
15 points damage total. Understood.
Yep.
All right, you're smashing into it with your magic hammer, and you're crushing into its own magical sort of constitution, and you're doing some decent blows. Well done.
And I think that's gonna be it for now.
Understood.
Yeah.
That is going to bring us to the first mate, who is going to run up to the top deck and take control of the steering wheel to try and keep this thing afloat, if at all possible. I'm going to give him a little air vehicles check. This Adronach is locked, like it's got its paws locked onto the side of the ship, and your ship begins to lose elevation, starts to not so much that you're like lifting off the deck or anything like that, but you feel that this ship is going down. It has taken some significant damage. Its captain and primary pilot is dead. It is this ship is going down towards the Earth, and it is coming a little quickly. First mate says he's like trying to like pull portions back and pull levers forth and here and there, but just simply is battling against the ship itself, which has taken significant damage. That'll bring us to let's see, I think that's going to be Nyx's turn. Nyx, what is in the cards for you?
So I was wondering, would vortex warp be possible to move the Adronach like away from the ship?
I'm not sure. Does it say that you can move enemies with it?
Yes, you can move enemies, but it does specify, let's see, it does specify, it talks about being on a surface or in a liquid that can support the target, but the target can fly, so would that still apply?
I would say so, yes. It must be on a surface that can support it if you mean to vortex warp it.
Awesome. So, how close is Nyx to this beastie?
You're pretty dang close. It's from the ledge there. I'd say you're like 15 feet. We'll call it 15 feet.
Awesome. So I would like to move it like if I'm within 15 feet, I could move it like 70 feet away from us. It does have to do a constitution saving throw though.
Okay, con save coming up. It is going to have rolled a big bad 12 to save.
Con save would be 17. So haha, it moves.
It moves. Where do you intend to move it to?
I guess just like straight out away from the ship. Like
Like
70
that?
feet away from the ship. Yeah.
All right. 70 feet away from the street. I will say, indeed, it can fly, but the spell does specify it needs to be on a surface or liquid. But I do like the idea that it can fly, so maybe that changes. Go ahead, and I want you to make me. I want you to make me an Arcana check to see if you can just kind of push the spell past its usual parameters.
Awesome. Oh, I got an 11.
An 11. What is your intelligence modifier?
Ooh, intelligence is 1 plus 1
And what's your charisma modifier?
plus 5.
Plus 5. So I will let you use your charisma modifier because that's how you cast spells. So I will bring it to a 15. So in that case, yes, I will allow it. I'll say you just kind of tweak the powers of storytelling and song, and you change the way your voice works, the way the sound comes off of your instrument. And you're just able to just bend the rules a little bit, as it is the inclination of any good artist. And you send the creature sort of into the sky, and it kind of sort of like loses itself in the air a little bit, but then quickly unfurls its wings and like bends them in and begins to dive back into your ship. At this point, oh well, actually, that's it. You pushed it away. What else would you like to do with your turn?
I'd like to kind of duck.
Yeah, you wanna
Like kinda-
like dive prone, kind of.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, you dive prone against the side of the ship with your instrument against your chest. Is there a bonus action?
Actually, yeah. Can I give a bardic inspiration to? I think Zarvol's gonna be the next fighter to go against him. So let's give bardic inspiration to Zarvol.
It would be Ember, but you can give it to
Ember?
Zarvol, of course.
Let's give it to Ember. Ember's next. Let's give it to Ember.
All right. So, Nyx, you dive across the side of the ship and look at Ember. Maybe you give him a thumbs up or whatever you think Nyx would do to provide inspiration. And indeed, Ember, you will have, I believe it's a D8, Nyx, for your bardic inspiration die.
Let me double check. Sorry. Let me
No,
double
take
check.
your time. It's all good. No problems.
Yeah, 1d8.
All right, 1d8 to you, Ember Van Zyl. Fantastic. Okay, and if that's your turn, that's going to bring us back to the big beastie here. Who I think in the moment is going to beat its wings, or actually it's sort of got its wings out, and in this moment it kind of pulls its wings in, sort of begins to fly into the into like the slipstream of the ship, and as it does so, the wind curls across it, it disappears. You hear the wind sort of intensely in front of the ship. Ember, what would you like to do?
Ember is currently not going, but he is blind. But I'm just off of the stairs going below deck. So
Yep.
I'm gonna just step back and take a knee there right on the stairs.
Okay.
Action will be I'm gonna take on Red senses because
Okay.
he has blind sense.
Yep.
Is the chicklet fucking with Fred?
And Red's below deck right now.
Yeah, he's sitting
Yeah.
inside Fred's head.
I will show you what you see below deck in this moment. But no, the chicklet is not fucking with Fred right now. Fred the
Okay.
skeleton. Don't mind this thing. It was just one thing I couldn't help in the construction of this skyship.
That's fair.
But basically, the army of skeletons is all like pointing their spears at the door, and Fred's like at the back of the door, at the back of the cargo hold. But no, you see no sign of the chicklet.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use my bonus action to give Red some autonomy. So if the chicklet does show up, he will get an attack, and that'll be it for me. Action bonus.
Understood. Fantastic. Glint Grimhelm. Before we take your turn, we're gonna figure out what happened to that Adronach.
Okie dokie.
In this moment, it is going to appear. I'll leave it flying. Sort of over here as it takes a free advantageous attack against your ship with its last legendary action turn. That is going to be a hit. Your ship is going to take a nasty 33 points of slashing damage as beams are just being ripped off of the ship. Your ship is hurt, but still functioning.
Okay. Ooh. Less than ideal. How far is Glint from the stairs? I believe those are stairs going down. Is that correct?
Yeah, they're right there. You would have to use I would probably say, because these are pretty heavy grated doors, you'll have to use an action to like pull them open, but then you can easily proceed down to the cargo.
Okay, that's fine. I am going to pull them open and proceed below.
Fair enough. Okay, you do so. You pull back the hatch. I'm going to be a little kind to you, Bane, here, not make you stand in the middle of a grate. I was going to be really mean and say everyone was standing on top of it, but that is too mean for me. And you begin to sort of proceed downward and see your army of skeletons all protecting Fred, whose back is up against the end of the cargo hold. What do you want to do?
Okay, so, and I cannot see spooky ghost lady anywhere.
No spooky ghost lady, as far as you can tell.
Oh. Okay. I think I know where she is then, which is not good. All right. Let me double check my spells real fast.
She's in the walls. She's in the goddamn walls.
That is honestly, Glint's like pretty sure that she's clinging to the underside of the ship right now. I'm just checking to see if I have any good spells for that at the moment. I don't think I do.
Yeah, bonus action, a little movement left.
Yeah. I think Glint is going to try and get up into a decent position with the skeletons. But yeah, I use my action to open the doors. I think it's going to be basically my turn, just keeping an eye on the floors and the windows as best I can, trying to have the skeletons array out. Glint will give them a bonus action to command them to effectively like attack this lady if she comes into range of any of them.
Understood. If she appears, an attack will go off. Understood. Okay. That is going to bring us to Yvain. Yvain. You know the situation. Glint just dipped behind. Got that big old Adronach there. What is the plan for Yvain?
So the first thing I'm going to do is call out, "You can't see, get to me." I can put my hand on you. I can't see either, but I can fix you. And then...
Speaking of which, sorry, quick pause. Anyone who's had a turn who is blinded, so that would include you, Zarval, you are no longer blinded. It ends at the end of your turn. Sorry, forgot to put that up. On a successful blinded until the. Oh, my apologies. No, you're still blinded. Sorry. Sorry. Please continue, Yvain. Sorry.
Right, so anyone who needs their eyes back, I can do it. Just get to me. I can't see you, so I'm going to stay put. And then the next thing I'm going to do is pull out my star map.
Okay.
But it's a dice roll as to whether I pull out the one that's got all my constellations or the one that's just got Bahamut on it, Bahamut and Tiamat. Because I have two and I can't see which, I mean, maybe they feel different, but I feel like that needs to be a roll or not.
Do you want me to roll it or do you want to roll it?
Does it matter? Just if I'm rolling it, tell me what to roll.
Roll any even-sided dice, and considering you can't tell, I will privately pick if evens or odds which one you pick.
It is a 9. It is odds.
It is odds. Understood. You pull out a star map. You're not sure which one. Well, I feel like Yvain. I gotta be honest. I feel like Yvain is like a neurotic and like organized.
I feel like she would know by feel which one.
Or that you have different places for them on your belt or something
Yeah.
of the like. You know, I don't think you
All
just
right.
kind of like leave them in your bag scattered around. If you wanted to know which one you picked, I think it would make sense.
Yeah, and she would specifically be picking out the one with Bahamut and Tiamat.
Okay, deal. That was the one I was gonna say came out on odds anyway. So perfect.
So bonus action, starry form of a dragon. And then for my action, I'm going to cast Control Winds.
Okay. Control Winds. What is the play with Control Winds?
So I can do an updraft. It's a concentration spell, so I'm going to have it. So if the ship starts going down, it'll already be cast and I can start to stabilize. But for now, what I'm going to try to do is from the center of the, like from the sides of the ship, push outwards.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm just gonna see if that's spell. Just looking up this.
Because I don't really know where it is, but I assume I've heard damage. I know what side it's on.
Yeah, especially after its most recent attack, you're very sure that's
So yeah, from that side, just push it away.
Okay, so I guess that's the question then. I don't think you can do all of them at the same time. You choose one of the effects. So would you like to maintain an updraft to support the ship, or would you like to use gusts to try and push the creature away from you?
So then, right now, you said the ship is not falling currently.
It's descending, yeah. I think we determined that you would use this spell every now and then throughout the day. So I'm going to say that you can cast this now in this moment if you wish to.
Yeah.
And you may choose which of the three you would like to use to do. Because if you use updraft, I would definitely say it would help steady the ship in its descent.
All right, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure we don't go careening off.
Fair enough. You cast Control Winds and you pull like a full Magneto in X3, and the ship just kind of like the nose was sort of going down, and all of you felt like that weight feeling of leaning back, and you kind of bring it back, and it's still falling a little bit, but it's slowing in its descent, and it's absolutely providing aid to the ship's descent. Absolutely, and that will 100% have beneficial consequences to what's coming.
Yeah, and so I can't see anything, so I'm just going to stay put and probably kind of crouch down, keep my hand on the ship, and just try to keep things steady.
Understood. It's time for Jorel's turn. Ooh la la. What do I want to do with her? Let me go look. Well, first things first. Oh shit. Yeah. Out of the main mast, Yvain, you're pulling a keyleth right now, and you're holding the winds for keep this ship afloat. Glyn, you've got your eyes on things. Your various skellies have all their spears out, and they're ready to either throw them or stab with them, and the ship is ready for whatever happens next. Out of the main mast, the Cato Geist is going to appear before or over Yvain and is going to attack her and try and bring her daggers down on Yvain. We're going to do a spectral dagger against you. She definitely succeeded in her stealth. You roll well enough that I don't think I need to ask about passive perceptions. That is going to be a lot. It's going to be 31 to hit. Fucking shit. I need a con save from you, Yvain, please and thank you.
I have not rolled my roll good or bad. Can I do that real quick?
Yes, you can roll your good or bad.
That actually turned out. So it's a 14, so it's a good.
Okay. All right.
That dice has been kind, and I just lost it to the abyss. Holy shit. All right, I gotta roll bad dice. Damn it. All right, so you wanted a con save. Oh.
Yes, please.
Okay. Theoretically, that's not bad. It's an 18 on the dice. Con save would be a +3, so that's a 21. I'm going to go ahead and blow this because I'm not going to miss.
You're okay.
I'm good. Okay, we'll be great.
You passed. You're good. And you are going to take 35 points of piercing damage as the dagger comes up over your blinded shoulder and jam itself in your chest. This ghostly blade. So 35 damage to you on the sneak attack.
Okay.
Is there anybody else who looks particularly delectable in the moment? You know what? Sure. Let's see if Zarvolg can take a dagger. The other dagger is going to come around to you, Zarvolg, standing right next to Yvain, and it's going to try and stab you in the chest.
Oh, I don't like taking daggers, so...
No? Oh, that's too bad. Oh, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh, that does hit.
I need a con save, please.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh. Well, I got a natural 20 on the save.
Good. So you save. You are going to take 13 points of slashing damage. However, Yvain, my apologies, I forgot the modifier. You'll take 7 additional damage from the modifier of the creature. I apologize. Are you... I need a con save as well, Yvain, to see if you're still maintaining concentration. Your DC is 21, I believe, as you took 42 points of damage.
Holy shit. 22.
Very good. Well done.
Surprises me.
Well,
19. So.
Yeah, you did awesome stuff, man. Okay, so she...
Not got much left, I think, but...
I'm just doing a little calculations here. 40, 45. One more time. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so as she completes stabbing Zarval and Yvain, Those of you who could see who are on the deck would see her rushing out. Let me go grab her so that I can properly display the mini to properly illustrate the moment. She kind of comes running out of the opposite side of the mast and goes running into the captain's quarters and runs through the door like a ghost. She doesn't open it, she just walks right through it because she's a ghost and vanishes back inside, back into there, and disappears. And that is that mysterious individual. All right, Beverly. Beverly is going to see that Yvain is hurt. She's going to run as fast as she can. 10. And I will be kind and say that's enough. She is going to come up to you, Yvain, and she is going to cast Cure Wounds on you at 2nd level. That's going to be D8s. Better. 6 is. That's 12 healing for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
She goes, holy shit. And you like feel, and there's a decent mean gash that burns with like acidic poison. Like those were poisoned ghost blades that just hit you. You just got Narsghoul, my friend. And that is going to bring us back to the Adranok creature. Let's see here. Just want to make sure I'm catching up with the blind stuff. Turn. Attack. Blind to the. Okay, understood. All right, it's going to take its turn. I'm going to surprise you most greatly here, and it is going to attack the ship. It's going to take 3 attacks. They all definitely make impact, and it just continues to just tear the ship apart. That is going to be 33 damage from a claw. That is going to be 29 damage from another claw, and 21 bludgeoning damage as the tail slams into the deck. I believe the ship is officially going to be considered bloodied at this point. Okay. Bear with me. I'm just trying to check something out really quick. Okay. Okay, cool. This ship's pretty hurt. It's considered bloodied at this point. If a ship could be bloodied. That will be all. It'll just stay put and continue to rip the ship up. But nobody is blinded anymore. At this point, anyone who was blinded by the Adranok is completely free of it in this moment. Which will bring us to indeed your turn, Zarval. What would you like to do?
Oh, okay. I guess the first thing I want to do is take a look around. Who can I see?
You don't know who stabbed you in the chest. That person is not here any longer.
Not visible. Okay.
Not visible as far as you could tell. You don't know who did it. You did hear some footsteps moving towards the back of the ship, however, after that attack. You do, however, look around and see, you see your party and you see the big Adranok that's just tearing boards and pillars off of the ship.
All right, it's still doing that, right?
Yeah, it seems to be solely focused on bringing down this ship.
All right, let's go ahead and attack that then.
Go for it.
Let's see. I'm gonna Hunter's Mark that first with my bonus action.
Great.
And then I'm going to take a deep breath and do my what's it called? Fighting Spirit.
Fighting Spirit. Okie dokie. Go for it.
And
And
I'm going to action surge as well.
Okay, we're taking everything and we're putting it.
I've got a lot going on right now.
Yeah. Go for it.
All right. All right, so the first attack is a 29 to hit.
29 will hit. Roll me some damage.
That damage is going to be, oh, gross. 6.
6. Oh, I mean, I didn't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. 6 damage.
Completely fair. 19 to hit.
19 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Jeez, 8 damage. Okay.
8 damage, understood. Did you Hunter's
All right.
Mark?
I did Hunter's Mark. Yeah, that's including the Hunter's. Both my Hunter's
Okay.
Marks have been 1 so far.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
29 to hit. Oh, hold on. Let me roll. Let me crit fish.
All right.
Since I'm in bad shape. Oops. I hit the wrong dice. Nope. Okay. So that is. All right. So that is 16 damage.
16 damage, understood.
Then I have one more.
All right.
24 to hit.
24 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
For 8 total damage.
8 total damage. Understood. Okay, Zarval sort of like being able to see again. You know you need to take you've taken this moment a little retribution for yourself, and you are just using this crossbow like no person should physically be capable of, and you blow a couple of holes into this big bad creature. Well done.
All right. I have movement, and Fen has. Is this thing in melee range for Fen?
It is not, but it can be in 15 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. We'll give
Okay,
Fen
easy
2 melee attacks. So the first one is it's not going to hit. Sorry. 13 to hit for the first try.
13 to hit for the first try. That will not hit. Sorry.
21 to hit for the second try. That would be the
21
bite.
will hit. Yep, that'll get him.
All right. So that's going to be 7 damage for the bite.
All right.
And I think it's too big to be taken down. So, right?
Yeah, this is a gargantuan.
Yeah. And then we will fence in melee. He's going to stay there. I am not. Can I? Do I feel like I can get to like a stable perch on the mast there?
On the mast. Yeah, if you wanted to clamber up there, you could.
All right, a place where I could fire without having to steady myself with my hands.
Considering how this ship is kind of going down right now, it might be tricky to do so without hands. But it's possible.
All right, let's try it.
Okay, how much speed you got?
Speed, I have 30 this round.
Okay, so you don't have a climbing speed, so it is going to be half going up there. Which you can complete on your next turn, assuredly. So 15 feet is going to get you like right to the edge there where you've got like your hands hanging off the side. And on your next turn, you'll be able to pull yourself up.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Cool.
I believe that's it for my turn. Thanks.
All right, fantastic. Finch Andegard, what is your play, my friend?
Okay. Is Yavine still doing her thing, concentrating wins, or did that all go to hell?
Nope, she's good. She's still going.
So, can I use my movement to make my way over to Yavine?
You certainly can. 5 feet.
A whole 5 feet.
Oh, happy.
And I am going to use my action to take something out of my pocket, and I am going to give her one of the platinum rings that I have. And I'm going to say, what am I going to say? I'm going to say, this is the best way I can protect you right now. And I'm going to cast Warding Bond on Yvain.
Will you marry me?
right here.
On the deck of his ship. I saw a movie called Pirates
And
of
then
the
surrounded in the wings of Bahamut, literally.
Right.
Yep.
So that
Pirates
gives
of
her
Dark Toe.
Yeah, that gives her a +1 bonus to her AC, and saving throws, and she has resistance to all damage.
Hell yeah.
And then any damage she takes, I take too.
Understood.
And that is that. And I'm going to use, right now, I'm going to use my bonus action to harness divine power to get a spell slot back.
Understood as well.
And that is that.
All right, that's going to bring us to the first mate. I'm going to roll him another vehicle check to see if he can do this. I'm going to say with the updraft, I'm going to grant him advantage to his check because flying isn't quite so hard anymore with the help of Yvain. That's pretty good. The ship is going to, he's sort of like looking around. The ground's coming up at you pretty fast. He is going to say, what is he going to say? Half a moment. Okay. He's going to say, I'm going to steer for those mountains and try and take it down. And is going to pull the wheel over a couple times. The ship begins to crane to the left, and you guys sort of come out of the cloudscape, heading ever downwards. You guys are all in your thick, heavy fur lining because it is cold up in the sky. And as you are coming up out of the sky and you make your way down from the cliff, you are moving down into Isilra, and you see mountains coming your way. And it begins to like steer towards not the peaks themselves, but definitely to like try and find a landing that is closer than the actual ground, many hundred feet below. But he's going to try and find a way to land this thing before it's destroyed in midair, and you're all sent to a deathly fall, shall we say. So that was successful. That is another good thing that has happened for you and your party, the steering of the ship towards more, to closer ground to land on. So the ship is quickly being torn apart. All right. I think that is going to be Nyx's turn. Nyx, you are prone on the ground, holding your instrument to your chest. What do you do? How do you help? What's the play?
Can I see the ghost lady?
You cannot see the ghost lady, but you do know that she ran into the captain's quarters back there. You could go chase her down if you were inclined to.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Hell yeah, you stand back up. That costs you half your movement. So 15 feet will start getting you back there. You'll get to about here, which is getting close to halfway there. Do you have an action or a bonus action you'd like to do?
I'd like to be invisible right now.
That's perfectly fair. You cast invisibility on yourself and disappear. Do you have a bonus action?
Yeah, I'd like to give Yvain Bardic Inspiration as well.
Okay, what would Nyx say or do to provide that?
You got this. Don't let this bitch stop you.
Incredible. Nyx gives some moral encouragement to Yvain. And Yvain, you feel your Magneto Keyleth powers. Just you feel confidence in that, absolutely. Incredible, Nyx. Well done. That'll bring us to Ember Van Zyl at the front of the ship. What would you like to do?
I'm going to make my way below deck.
All right, below deck you go. Say 10 feet gets you right next to Cliff.
Okay.
Or, excuse me, Cliff.
I'm gonna turn to Glint, seeing that I don't see the scary undead lady.
Mm-hmm.
Can you selectively deanimate Frederick?
With violence? Sure.
Because if he's not animate, he's a thing.
And you could put it in the ring.
Yes.
Understood.
And I will use a bonus action to Misty Step to Frederick.
All right, and so you do. And Frederick looks at you, and he says, "Welcome, brother. Welcome to war. It is my honor to stand beside you."
And I'm gonna like press my back to the outside to give as much space, and I'm gonna wait for Glint to go. I gotta hold my bonus action to pick up a armor and clad torso.
Got it. You hold your action to pick up Frederick as best you can. You are considered squished. All of these skellies are all like squished into the cargo hold together. So you are as well now in this moment. All right, Glyn Grimhelm, with violence, what would you like to do?
Okay, so a couple things happen. One, so there's still a big creature up above, right?
You can probably see through the window. It's like Adronach legs, sort of like trying to keep hold of the ship and scraping wood off the side of the ship.
Yeah. Glenn's gonna pull out the gilded skull from his component pouch and use an action to cast a spell.
Okay.
Which is gonna be summon undead.
Understood.
I'm going to cast that at 4th level.
Okay.
And actually, I'll cast that. Yeah, 4th level's good for me for now. And I'm going to choose the skeletal form, the archer, effectively.
All right, the archer. And where is that skeletal form going?
Top of the stairs, basically.
Understood. Understood. You do so. You summon skeletal archer of great skill.
Mm-hmm. Next, Glenn's going to look to the honor guard, Frederick included. Frederick, if you be so kind, it's been an honor serving you. You will return to the fight in short order. I need you to take a knee, my son.
He will take a knee and he'll say, "I think for you, God help me."
And the rest of the honor guard are going to pull out their 3rd weapon for this purpose, which is a sling. Because it deals bludgeoning damage.
Oh, fuck, okay. They'll take out their slings, cry a small skelly tear, and say, "It is for the honor of Great Glint." And Frederick says, "I hope it to be worthy sacrifice to the skelly cause." And they will just start fucking just, like, rap music starts playing, and they just start fucking beating the shit out of him in the back, start curb stomping him to death. And Frederick will be no more, if that is your intention.
Yes.
We'll just make things simple, and why don't we say like everyone from here back uses their attack and takes him down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a few more of the kite team start going up the stairs as well. But I am gonna have the skeleton open fire on the Adronarch.
Understood. Okay, so we're gonna have this skelly move back then, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's totally good.
And you want the skeletons to start filing upstairs to take shots at the Adronach.
Just like the lead 4, yeah. And then the summoned one is going to start shooting right away.
Got it. So lead 4, while I work on that, go ahead and make your skelly archer do its thing.
Yep. That is a 26 and then an 18.
26 will hit, 18 will not.
Okay. That is
going... go ahead, sorry. No, go ahead.
The summoned one shoots gray bolts, which are necrotic energy. The created ones do not have any magical weapons.
Okay. Non-magical weapons will do no damage. whatsoever.
I had a feeling. Alrighty.
Yep, go ahead for the rest.
Yeah, the necrotic bolt that hit, that's going to be 3 plus 4, 7 plus 4, 11, 7. And, okay, 18 points of necrotic damage.
18 points of necrotic damage, understood. That does just fine. Is there anything else?
Nope, there is a inert skeletal Frederick for Ember's perusal.
Indeed. So let's go ahead and do that with your held action, Ember. Frederick lays defeated and sacrificed upon the floor. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna grab his. I'm assuming he mostly disarticulates because it's the magic that keeps him I'm just after the rib cage that's encased in armor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wrap my arms around it and hug it close.
All right, that's what you do. You hug it and you hold it close. Understood. All right, if that is all, that'll bring us to Yvain and Happy. Yvain, what do you wish to do? You can see again. You see the Adronock ripping the ship apart. You see the mountains on the horizon. Your updraft is keeping the ship largely afloat despite its great damage. What would you like to do? Muted.
Thank you. So we're going to continue to work on the updraft because I can do it for an hour and we get the ship landed. But the Adronock is actually how does it look, by the way? Does it look like we've actually scratched or dented it at all? Like,
it looks like, yeah, it's taken hits and it's taken damage, but it looks largely intact. Like
how unfortunate. All right, well, fuck it, let's do a guiding bolt.
All right, do you turn, point your hand? What level guiding bolt?
4th level.
4th level. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
All right, that's a 19 plus, so it's a 30.
A 30 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
25.
25 will be reduced to 12, as in this moment, half of your spell seems to almost be not absorbed, but just sort of falls off of its magic, of its purely magical form. So it still damages it for 12 damage, but it does seem to be resistant to your spell.
All right.
And it does glow with the guiding bolt, so the next attack will have advantage.
There we go. That was what was most important, I think. And then I am going to move. Well, actually, where is Finch right now? Is Finch right next to me still?
Finch is right next to you.
Okay, then I'm not moving. I'm going to stick right next to fucking Finch.
All right, stick right next to fucking Finch.
I like being next to Finch right now.
I think everyone likes being next to Finch. There's something about Finch.
Right?
Okay, the Adronock is going to just start burning through its legendary actions. It's going to make a claw attack on the ship. It is going to be successful on an 18 to hit, dealing 31 additional damage to the ship. It does not have long left for the sky. Is going to attack again. Oh, no, it's not, because it's not his turn. Never mind. That is going to bring us to the fun character. And by the fun character, I mean the murder character. In this moment, what's it going to do? What you going to do? Let's see. Hey, Ember, were you fairy fired? No, you're just perfect, aren't you? There you are. As Ember, you're holding this chest piece, you see the almost spider-like, these hands come through, these 6 arms come through the ceiling, and her face appears, and 2 of the daggers just come in at your throat. And she is going to make an attack against you. Do you, by chance, however, have a passive perception above 26?
No.
No. Okay. She is going to attack you with some spectral blades. First one is going to be a 20. Oh shit! What is that? 23 to hit. There it is.
Yeah, that hits.
That hits. I need a con save, please.
18.
18 will save against any secondary effects, but you are going to take 47 points of slashing damage as the dagger files right into your throat. And here comes a second dagger. Well, you know what? Actually, I'll be fair and say at this point she has indeed revealed herself, which Glint, you had left some of your skellies ready to attack with.
Yes. How many can make attacks against her?
All right, so I'll tell you in just half a moment here. I just need to get her situated on the board. She is floating in the air right now. She is not in the mess of skeletons exactly. So who gets attacks? I'm going to say Julia is going to get a straight attack roll.
Okay.
But Claudia and Deacon and Oscar are going to be at disadvantage because they're considered squeezing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of your skellies still below are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Will all get attacks at disadvantage. I'll be fair and say 8 have disadvantage and 2 have stray rolls.
Okay.
I would say these are all by, because I believe they were wielding daggers. Yeah, so your daggers would be thrown. All the daggers would be thrown, and I'll say Julia and Claudia's spears are melee, and then Deacon and Oscar's are thrown.
All right.
It's a lot of logistics. So let me know if you need any clarification.
No, you're good. So I got 1 from the honor guard that's a normal attack, 3 at disadvantage from the honor guard, correct?
But we're gonna go one at a time here because she is currently in a mirrored form. So
right. So it's a 19.
Okay,
sorry, not
yeah.
19. It's 23.
Okay, that'll hit. That one will hit. Give me that damage. We're gonna go one at a time here. We usually don't, but this is important.
That is going to be 10 points of piercing damage.
Sorry, one more time. What was the attack roll there?
23.
And that was for who?
Julia.
23. She is the Kato Geist is going to use her reaction to because she's got her 2 blades into Ember. One of those blades is going to swing around and block with a parry. So that does no damage.
Okay. Next attack. So the next 3 are at disadvantage, I believe.
Yes.
That's going to be that's a 6.
Miss.
That is a 14.
14 misses.
Okay. And that is a 15.
15 misses.
Alrighty. And then go ahead.
Yep, go ahead and do your 8 disadvantage skellies now, which will all be thrown daggers.
Okay. And you said she had like something going on with her as well outside of being a ghost. Is that right?
Yeah, there seems to almost be like her form seems to mirage a little bit. And it's a little difficult to tell where exactly you're supposed to place a shot.
Got it. Okay. Okay. So the lowest I have out of this opening set, and I haven't done the disadvantage rolls yet. I'm just kind of parsing which ones I would want to do disadvantage with. I have a 10 and a 9. I'm assuming those miss.
Miss.
Okay. Then a 14 and a 15 misses already. We established that. I have a 20 and a 21 with those hit.
The 20 hits. The 21 hits one of her copies and kills it.
All right. And factoring in, yeah, it's still 21. Awesome. And that was with a thrown dagger. Okay, D4. Okay, that's 4 plus 4. 8 piercing damage.
Okay, she will take 4 piercing damage, being resistant to non-magical piercing.
And then we have a 16 and a 20.
The 20 is, hang on. The 20 is going to hit sorry. So that's going to hit another duplicate.
Okay.
And she's got 1 duplicate left.
Got it. Alrighty, and that is all.
That's all of them. Okay. Did you get the 2 guys who were at straight rolls?
Yes, that was the last 2 that I just rolled.
Okay, so what you see, Ember, is your usually remarkably reliable skeletons, and Ember yourself a veritable like large unit of skeleton warriors throw an obscene amount of like daggers and spear lances and attacks, and she like her just like an array of like 16 probably like some like 20 something arms just swing around and like block like tons of these daggers coming forth. And a couple of them sink in and kill some of the illusions, but largely comes out unscathed. And then she is indeed going to plant her last dagger into you, Ember, if she can. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll hit. You are going to take 8
Actually,
slashing
no,
damage.
I'm going to silvery barbs that.
Okay,
Try again.
silvery barbs. Try again. Fair enough. That is going to be a 25 to hit instead.
Okay. Well,
Who gets the advantage? Who would you like to give advantage to? That silvery barbs.
we'll give it to Glint. He's the only one I can see.
Okay, you give it to yourself too if you want.
No.
Okay, so that's 8 slashing damage to you, Glint, and you're going to need to make me a con save, please.
To me?
Sorry,
No,
Ember.
me.
Ember. My apologies.
20.
20, you save. You feel like a little wooziness as the blades hit you both times, but you are largely immune. And in this moment, Glenn, I'm going to give you an opportunity attack as she kind of flies back up towards the roof to leave this instance. Oh, you just used silvery barbs, so never mind. She in this moment.
No, I did.
Yeah, you did. Sorry, I keep saying. I'm sorry, guys. Ember, you've already used your reaction. So she is then going to, in that moment, sort of fly back into the roof and vanish into her ghost and disappear from the scene once more. That will bring us to a legendary action. The giant Adronach is going to attack the ship again with claws. That will certainly hit with 30. The ship will take another 21 damage. It is hanging on. Let's put it that way. Beverly is very scared. She does not know how to help.
The vein is still bloody.
Okay, she's like, yeah, that's something she can do. She is going to slap you with another cure wounds at 2nd level there. She's going to burn them all. That is going to be it's going to be 11 points of healing to you, even. Paladin should have been a cleric, but all well. We're working on it. Last attack from the Adronach. Ooh, lucky. On a nat 1, it sort of swings its paw back and a bit of debris kind of hits its arm before it can fully impact and misses. It is not going to get that full attack in, but it is its turn. What are we going to do on its turn? I think we're just going to keep stomping the shit. That's all there is to do, man. That's what we're here for. 1 attack, 2 attacks miss. That is truly impressive odds. Last attack will hit, though, for 10 bludgeoning. The ship is still afloat. but it is being held together by loose ropes and splintering boards. The ship is on its way down. It is barely survived. Zarvolg the Grim, my friend, you could pull yourself up top if you wish to. You're muted.
Yeah, let me pull myself up top.
Okay, 10 feet up top. You are standing. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do now. You find yourself standing up here now. If you wanted to try and like prop, like basically like put your foot on one of the masts and like basically jack your back against the main mast to try and like brace yourself solid, you could attempt to do that.
Let me do that.
All right, make me an acrobatics or athletics check to achieve this.
Yeah, natural 20 for a 26.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, you lace your foot around some rope and you push yourself against the back of it and brace yourself very well. You are in there firm and well. It would take enough for the mast to come off to lodge you on board. Otherwise,
Yeah. Pablo gobbing it. All right.
nice.
In that case, I'm gonna go full out. I'm actually gonna lean out like a little like a cherub and shoot my and shoot my crossbow. And I'm going to use both fighting spirit. And I'm going to use sharpshooter for the extra damage.
Okay, go for it. You have advantage on that first shot. Thanks to Yvan.
Okay, so 28 minus 5 is 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, nice. Maximum damage. So that's going to be 30 points of damage.
30 points of damage. Amazing. That is very, very good. Well done. 30 damage to the creature.
All right. And another attack.
All right.
That's going to be 25 to hit minus 5 is 20.
20 will hit.
And that's going to be it's 19 more damage.
19 more damage. In this moment, Zarvolg, you take your shot, and as you hit it, it shoots right into its mithril like cat-like mask, and the cat mask sort of splits, and it sort of mews in a pained way, and all of this purple starry magic is going to begin to leak out from between the mask and sort of begin to radiate around it. And in this moment, Fenn's going to begin to whine painfully, as being close to the Agdernach seems to hurt him at this point, as it's sort of all of this arcana within itself begins to leak out of its mask, and all of you who are too close begin to feel this like almost aura of magical radiation.
All
What would you like to
right.
do?
Let me go ahead and make 2 attacks with Fenn anyway.
So Fenn, being within such proximity at the beginning of his turn, is going to take 17 points of radiant damage.
Woo! Okay. All right, got it. It's going to be 14 to hit on the first one.
14 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh shit! No, sorry. 14 doesn't hit. Sorry.
Okay.
14 does not. I don't know. Sorry. Is there anything else?
Yeah, he gets the second attack. So it was 26 to hit on the second one.
26 does hit. Absolutely.
And that's going to be 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage will. Is this from a bite?
Yeah, bite.
So being a non-magical attack, it will have no effect, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
And he will at that point try to retreat. Obviously there's an opportunity attack expected.
Got it. So you're gonna motor Fen like back here, perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay, does so. There will absolutely be an opportunity attack as it swings around and strikes with one of its paws. Claw attack, but will miss, just completely swing over Fen, and Fen will get away just fine.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. All right.
Cool.
In that case, that's my turn.
All right. That is going to bring us to the Adronox legendary action. It is going to, with a certain level of like almost franticness at this point, start burrowing into the ship as quickly as it can. It's going to make another claw attack against the ship. 31 will hit. That's going to be 26 slashing damage to the ship. Every moment seems to begin to count as the ship is falling apart. Finch, what do you do?
I'm gonna try and get it within melee of the little guy.
Certainly, but you are going to take 12 points of radiant damage because you're an ASMR and will take half. So as you stand in this arcane sort of radiation, you absorb half of it, but your angelic form protects you. You want to run into melee?
Yeah.
All right, run into melee you do. Finch and
And
Car.
I am gonna start swinging my hammer.
Swing away.
Let's see here. That is 17 plus 7, 24 to hit.
24 will hit on roll damage.
Okay, and I am going to smite on top of that.
Hell yeah, brother.
So that is, whoop, that's the wrong dice. All right, so 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track.
No problem.
5, 3, 8. That's 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. Amazing. You slam into it. It's hurting, but it's still quite well, but you're slamming into it. Well done.
Okay, and then I'm gonna try again. So that is, let's see here. 25 to hit.
25 will hit. Roll some damage.
And I'm gonna smite on top of that too.
And you're gonna smite on top of that too. Fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 4, 7, 14, plus 6, 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. Well done.
And then,
hang
on, let me mark off that spell slot.
And then,
I'm going to action surge.
oh shit.
And I'm gonna try and hit it again.
Okay.
And that's a, let's see here. Okay, so 14 plus 7, a 21 to hit.
21 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And I'm gonna smite on top of that. I'm just gonna burn
Of
all my spell
course.
slots.
Yeah. Who needs them?
Who needs them anyway?
They're called smite slots for a reason.
Correct. All right, so, 11, 15. And that's another 20 points of damage.
Very good. 20 points of damage. You're laying into it, Finch Andegard.
And let's try one more time. That's 17. 24 to hit.
24 will hit. Let me some damage.
Cool. And I'm just gonna burn my last spell slot, and I'm gonna smite on top of that too, because why not?
Fair enough.
Why not? I'm sure I'll regret that, and that won't, cause any problems later. 5, 6, 7, 8. 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. Okay. You, Anagrar, you Finch go up and start just slamming like a dwarf building a house. You just start slamming your hammer into this creature, blasting it one after the other with radiant blows, and you hurt it pretty damn bad. Very well done. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think. Let me see. I don't think I have a bonus action that I want to use. I'm just looking real quick.
Bonus action.
I think I'm good. I think that's it.
Okay. In this moment, legendary action, the creature looks around at the ship, which is like, I haven't really like torn apart the ship over here because I might use it again. But it's fucked. The actual flagstones are like largely cracked and damaged. The actual hull of the ship has massive chunks ripped out of it. You guys in the cargo hold, no doubt, like there's a hole blown in the side. There's a huge draft. Those windows are cracked out. This ship is not skyworthy anymore. And the creature sort of getting smashed by Finch and it being hurt and creating this radiant sort of ooze, looks around and kind of and is going to turn invisible as it lets go of the side of the ship and sort of disappears into the slipstream, and is going to sort of vanish out into the open air, along with all of its radiant nastiness as the ship continues to rocket down through the sky. The first mate is going to, is going to, what's he going to do? Well, he's going to try and help. It's going to bring it over to the mountains. And yeah, that's what I think we're going to do. I'm going to give him the advantage again because of Yvain's good works. He is doing a good job. He's sort of bringing it over. The ship is definitely over the mountain it needs to be over. He sort of begins to tilt the ship in just the right way. And he's going to say, all right, we're going to impact in a couple of seconds. Everyone hold on to something. And that is going to be his turn. We have like less than one round before the ship impacts into the ground. And I got to say, you guys are coming in hard and fast. This is not going to be a pretty landing, but it's going to be prettier than it was going to be. Nyx, what are you doing, my friend, as you have made your way backwards but are currently invisible?
So I'm sure Nyx heard a lot of commotion down there where Glint and Ember are, so they would like to go down there and see what's up.
Got it. You invisibly make your way into the cargo hold. Glint probably largely unaware of your presence. And you will see probably Ember, I'll say like holding onto whatever wound where he took a blow, sort of like maybe like looking up at the ceiling, holding what you recognize to be the chest plate of that you can put two and two together, probably possesses the crown. What would you like to do?
And the ghost lady is completely, she's not in this room right now.
She's not in this room.
Tell.
Yep. It's like she's a ghost or something. She's not. She keeps disappearing.
Could I hold an action?
Yeah, you may. Absolutely. What would you like to hold?
Let's see. It's a 4th level spell, Rolithim Psychic Lance.
Yeah, you can hold that. I will put a little disclaimer on the front here, though. If you don't spend it, before your next turn, it will be wasted, the spell slot as well. But it can still go off and hit. Just wanted to give you the pre-warning. Okay. You invisibly stand there and you prep power of this psychic lance for when you see him. You hold up your lute, you hold the cord, and you get ready to strum. You are ready to go. Is there a bonus action?
No.
No. Okay, understood. Ember Van Zyl, my friend, your neck hurts. What do you do?
Okay, this will be a little bit complicated. Red, get out of there, meaning Fred's skull.
Yep, Red floats up out of Frederick's dead skull right before you.
Take the ring off. I set it in Red's palm. Close your hand around that. The instant I'm not here, fly out that hole and follow this ship down. At which point I will use my action to get in the ring. And then Red will head out because he has a flying speed and he doesn't need to crash.
Got it. In that moment, you vanish into a puff of smoke, Ember, that probably disappears into Red's palm, and then Red will just fly out the side of the ship and disappear similarly into the slipstream of wherever. Very cool, Ember. Very cool move on you. Okay. Is there anything else?
1 hit point. 1.
Oh, shit. Well done, sir. Well done.
I have 8 hours inside my hole. I'm not coming out.
You can't make me come out. That's great. That's great. I love it. Okay, Ember. Very cool. Glint Grimhelm, what do you do in the wake of all of that?
Oh boy. So I can see out the window.
Yeah, you just saw all that.
Yeah, so I can see that we are falling fast. We're gonna hit something. I can probably hear the first mate shouting up above.
I will say, because you're a couple seconds out, you look out the hole and your stomach drops as you see a couple of, like, it's not sky anymore. You see a couple of like mountains beginning to like appear on the. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, that's really not good.
Okay. First off, Glenn's gonna like call up above decks. Is everyone ready to land?
Is anyone saying?
If that's what you want to call it.
Okay, goodbye. And Glint's going to.
Okay, goodbye.
Toodaloo then.
Toodaloo.
I would like to have Glint have his surviving honor guard skellies at least, kind of join up with him and like join hands in a circle, sort of.
Right.
But you know, Glint's a little bit shorter than they are, not by much, so they're kind of just picking Glint up between two of them. And I want to have the wheel leap out the window.
The wheel?
There's the link up of skeletons and Glint.
They're doing the skydiving wheel.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yes.
Okay, are they bringing what's left of Frederick with them?
If they can. Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we'll say. Claudia, who we all know, was deeply, deeply in love with Frederick.
Of course.
Of course.
Just canon.
Holds what's left of Frederick in her arms and just yeets herself out the fucking hole by herself. And is absolutely going to smash upon the ground, but she will be intermingled with the bones of her lost love, to be recovered later, perhaps. But you, with Julia, Oscar, and Deacon, all join hands and leap out the side and sort of spin around in the air together.
Cool. I cast Featherfall on, I suppose, all of us.
Incredible. All right. So I will say you get Claudia as well. She's falling with the bones of Frederick. Mm-hmm. She won't get smushed. Okay. Yvain. So what do you do?
All right. I am going to look at Beverly. Wait, no. I gave her the pauldrons. She's got the pauldrons. She's fine. She's fine. I'm going to turn into a giant eagle. I'm going to grab Fen. Now remember, even in this form, I can concentrate on the spell.
Yes.
So I can still concentrate on the spell for the people who cannot get off.
Yes.
But since I can't find Ember, I'm going to take care of Fen and make sure that my fur baby is okay. And Zarvol can fly, but once I'm in eagle form, I'm going to go fly next to Zarvol and just stay
I'm
on
going to
his
need
shoulder.
an acrobatics check from Yvain because you are flying through sails in the middle of a heavy descent with an updraft. This is no easy flight. Make me an acrobatics check as a giant eagle.
Awesome. Just to be clear, I'm going to use my wheel for this, and I'm probably going to use my inspiration. So I'm just letting you know I'm throwing everything at this one
Fair
roll.
enough. This is a tough flight. This is something not terribly easy you're asking to do. So
All
fair
right.
enough.
17 on the dice, and if I use my bardic inspiration, that's going to give me +8, yeah? Plus D8?
Bardic Inspiration +8. Plus a D8. Yes.
Which was an 8. So that was a 17 plus an 8 is 25. And fuck it, because I didn't use it last time. 27.
27. 27 will suffice. I will do you one better because you rolled really, really well. You rolled more than a 5 above my DC. You grab Fen in one claw, and you look to see pressed into the side of the corner of the ship, who is largely gone forgotten, is the creator of this ship, the carpenter, master builder, Alvar Starfin, who is on the cutting edge of sky ship technology, and his death could perhaps mean that, these models of ships do not come about. And you will grab him with your other claw, and so you got 2 of them, and then you turn around and you're gonna fly up high, and I'm gonna give Zarvolg the option here. I will allow you, Zarvolg, if you wish, as a reaction to just sort of loosen your leg out of that rope and just kind of fall onto Yuvi's back if you want.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right, you kind of let yourself fall off the back here onto Yvain's back, and Yvain, you save 3 souls this day probably, and will sort of catch free of the. Trying to grab everybody, but you'll fly free of the masts, which would have been the major problem of them sort of netting you into the actual ship. So there was a lot of things for you to pass here. There was the actual maneuvering around the deck to grab Fen. There was the getting into the right position through the roping to get to Zarvolg, and then there was getting past the potential netting of the canvas that could have grabbed you during your flight and brought you down regardless. And because you rolled so well, I gave you the Master Builder. So there was a lot of obstacles you got by, and you rolled very well. The stars were on your side. Well done. That is going to bring us to the Kato Geist. Ooh, and I think we're going to have a kind of a cool Nyx moment here, actually. We haven't had any sort of too many solo Nyx moments here, but Nyx, you find yourself alone in the cargo hold in this moment as Glint and his favorite children have decided to pick their own fates, shall we say. And in this moment, descending from the roof, once more daggers in front, is indeed this drow assassin woman who stands there and looks around through the hole and at everything coming. It doesn't see you. It sees all the skeletons who are just kind of standing there, look at her and kind of go, just kind of shrug at them. Sure. And she just looks around strangely, as she is about to meet her death, potentially as the ship's about to crash, just kind of sighs, just kind of is almost annoying. In this moment, would you like to let your psychic glance off?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
All right. What do you need from me?
Okay. Sorry, kind of panicking because I didn't think this out, and I'm still gonna be under that ship. So,
Unfortunate.
the target has to make an intelligence saving throw, and if they fail, they take 7d6 psychic damage.
Also
Okay.
incapacitates, right?
Intelligence saving throw.
Yes.
That is going to be an 18 to save.
Ah, crap! They saved.
Just barely saves. Go ahead and roll damage, though. You'll still do half.
Wait, what happened? I can roll damage.
You can roll damage, yes. So she will save and not take the incapacitate or the full damage, but she will take half. She will take half damage.
So it's 26, so that'd be half of it, which is, so what is that, 13?
26 for 13, yes. In this moment, this lance shoots across, hits her in the head. She kind of leans her head forward and kind of sighs in anguish. And she looks at you. What is she going to say? Hang on, just give me half a moment. What languages can you speak?
They can speak Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Okay. So she is going to look at you in this moment, and she is going to say, she's going to look at you and say, Yafer al-Welf, O Alizivark. And we'll just sort of like close her eyes and allow the inevitable to come. Very uncaringly, not very like, but again, she behaves very like, this will be a nuisance, not with great care for the end that is coming. Which brings us to Beverly, who goes, oh no, oh fuck, basically. And she's gonna just like run over to Finch and just like stand beside Finch and be like, we're gonna fucking die. I don't like what do we do?
Use your pauldrons, kid.
What do we do?
Nope. I'm gonna shove her off the side.
She is off the fucking side. Okay, at which point we are gonna come to some stuff. Okay. So Glint and his compadres are going as well. Let me grab you guys. So it's gonna help me figure out what exactly is going on, because we're gonna go by this through the order, because things are about to get very, very dangerous. Okay, I'm gonna go look at something very, very quickly, because this is all about to get very concerning very fast.
What do you mean about to get concerning?
Oh, has it not been concerning
Dix is
yet?
very concerned right now.
I've been concerned.
You've been concerned? Okay. Okay, good. There it is. That's what we were looking for. So, I'm gonna. Do we want to do the good stuff first, or the ouch stuff first?
The ouch stuff.
All right, let's get the ouch stuff out of the way. Why don't we? All right, let's see here. Oh boy. Where are you? We are. So this ship is about to hit the fucking mountainside, and I don't think it's going to go so well. Where are you? There it is. Okay, ouch stuff first. Who are my ouch people? Those will be Finch and Nyx. Finch and Nyx are my ouch people. Less than I thought, but maybe more. So, hold on to something! Nobody hold on to anything.
There's nothing to hold on to.
you see the like Hollywood like whatever crashing plane, and somehow the thing remains complete, like somehow remains in one piece and like slides across the ground, even though it should by all rights be going like this, like a wheel. In this moment, you will get the Hollywood thing because of all of the help of Yvain and all of the skill of your pilot. You guys are going to across the mountainside. Finch, I want you to roll me. I want you to roll me a strength saving throw.
Okay. Pull that up real quick. Strength. Okay.
Ironically, you might not want to succeed this.
So that's a 15 on the dice plus 3 is 18.
Okay, that will be a success. You are going to your Finch instinct is to hold strong and hold fast, and you grasp onto the side of the ship. Normally, it's a deck save, but in this moment, I am going to allow it to function here. Finch, are you a shield master?
Not yet. Hang on. I don't think so. Let me double check this character because I know my fighter is. I don't think I have this feat yet. Let me double check. No, I don't have that feat yet.
Okay, you grab on, and in this moment of instinct, you don't put your shield in front of you to sort of help burden the blows to come, and you just try and put your head down and push through it. So you and Nyx are going to take the full brunt of the crash, which is going to be 89 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
God.
That is just enough to take Finch out.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Yeah. So Finch, you put your head down and you probably get launched from the ship at some kind of point where you hit the ground and you your head probably smashes into the side of the railing. The rope that you were holding onto snaps. You go flying off the front of the ship in the catastrophe of the crash and get hit by the ship as you're flying through midair and get just like taken out and then sort of probably bounce off a tree or two and land unconscious in the dirt. Nyx, you're in the belly of the ship as it basically sandwiches you. It hits the ground and you get just like fully like the deck of the ship and the belly of the ship smush into the both of you, into you, and you're just like caught up in all of that. You see the same thing happens quite horrifically to the skeletons, less horrific because they're skeletons, but to the woman where she becomes like mangled in all of the of everything happening. She partially sort of flies through it, her being partially ghost, but you see her like her back snap and her head like get caved in and her arms snap as like the ship just turns her into like basically it's thrown into a blender, which is what your situation is kind of like. So can you tell me this, not to be too descriptive, could you please tell me, did that flood over your max hit points again? So how many hit points were you at the
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it did. It flooded over?
63.
It's
Yeah, Nyx only had 63.
You only had 63 left. Okay, so you were at 0. So it didn't go over your hit points again in the flow, which is good. That's good news. Yes, you did. I see a hand down there. You're good? Okay, gotcha. I'm going to just check out. Oh, she did okay, actually. She didn't do too bad. Yeah, you see her very like uncaringly sort of like get fucking hit by the blender that is the inside of the ship and kind of sort of get half disincorporatedly like flown through it. She doesn't fully like everything snaps into her. She kind of half flies through it and she gets hit by the bludgeon. She doesn't get hurt too bad. Okay, now let's deal with the people who made it out a little easier. Man, this could not have worked out better for the plot, I have to say. Beverly is going to be absolutely fine for the power of Featherfall. Glint and company is going to be absolutely fine because of the Featherfall. Now, Yvain, you flew out with everyone on the back. Zarvolg, I'd like you to make me a strength saving throw to hold on to Yvain. She's getting caught in like the updraft slipstream. She made it out all right, but it's still not catching your flight perfectly in this moment. It'll take a little bit to hold on.
All right. Strength saving throw. I can hang on to stuff.
Yeah, hang on to stuff.
Oh, oh, come on.
What do you got?
That was a 19 for like 10 minutes, and then it rolled over to a nat 1.
So basically Yvain flies over and ducks underneath one of these things, but Zarvolg, you kind of like get caught in the wind and it hits your chest and it kind of pulls you back and your head smashes against one of the cross beams and you go off into Isilra, basically.
The wild blue yonder.
Yeah, you go off yonder, and we will check in on Zarvolg in due time. Yes, Glenn.
If I might ask, how much further to the ground level do we have to fall?
I don't know. Not a lot. But I will say that, like, in the chaos of the moment, keep things simple in the narrative. You're kind of doing your thing, Glenn. You're trying to be alive and survive, and things happening over there are a little beyond your what's going on there. You guys are getting a little scattered in this moment, and Yvain, as I'm sure as much as you have things you want to do and protect, it's all you can do but to maintain your course. And as you feel this thud off of your back, you start to like lose your ability to like fly, and you need to focus on that in this moment. So I would like you to make me an acrobatics check to catch yourself in this moment and to save the other 2 souls you have on board.
15.
It is just enough. It is just enough. I'll say in this moment you drop concentration on the updraft as you feel it catching your wings, and you probably could guess that wouldn't make Zarvolg's life any easier if he caught air in that moment. So you drop that, and it helps you sort of catch your flight, and it's all you can do but to like barely get your sort of your gauge on. And just before you hit the tree line, you kind of sort of have one of those last hero moments. Zarvolg has fallen off of your back, taking a couple of your feathers with you, and you kind of like look back over your shoulder and he's nowhere to be seen, and you see, but what's more probably attention drawing is you see the glint of Finch's armor as the ship just falls on top of Finch in the debris, some quite a ways off. Like, you guys are separated at this point. Like, it all happens so fast, but everyone just caught incredible distance from one another. And when we come back from our break, we are going to deal with the consequences of the fall. But I will say this, Yvain, without your intervention, this could have been the whole part. What happened, and probably worse. So you've saved some lives here in more than one way.
I mean,
so take inspiration.
Mine,
Hell yeah.
Not mine.
Nick's is gone too.
Actually, I do have to deal, before we do that, I do have to deal with your fall damage, Zarvolg, because you're the only person who's going to take a full fall.
No, but
He's got what? What do you do?
What time of day is it?
No, I need dim light. Do we don't have dim light, do we?
You're coming up on the beginning of the day. This all happened at the beginning of the day. So there's no dim light as you whee!
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be we're gonna say this happens at about 10. How many? Okay, so I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna leave it in the hands of the dice to a degree. We're gonna leave it in the hands of the dice.
All right.
Oh shit. So you are not going to hit 200-foot fall, which means you're not going to have like a crit fall, which is basically like bad fall. Just under that, you're gonna have you're gonna fall about 190 feet through the air.
That seems like too many feet.
That's a lot.
Well, that's 19d6 in feet, so we will
19d6.
Yeah, this is like a Keyleth kind of fall.
Oh my god, that's like Sabrosa's hit all over again.
That's gonna
Right.
be that's gonna be 66 bludgeoning damage. To
That's
use
so
our
much
roll.
better than I thought. No, what did Sabrosa take? Like 96 cold damage?
Right.
Yeah,
In the face.
in the
To
face.
the
That's
face.
absolutely.
All right. So I will be not conscious and lost to the party, right?
That's right, and we are going
all
to.
are, right?
But this is where things get a little interesting. So let's all take our break, and when we come back, we are going to see about the fates of our party members and. Well, that seems like everybody. So I guess we're getting back to it. Okay. Okay. On the crash sites. All right. Let's do this. Okay. This isn't too weird a sound. Hi. My, what a time we find ourselves in here. I find myself wondering who we are going to start in the wake of this game. But I think most importantly, we should start with the people who bumped their heads. That would make sense. Okay. I'm going to roll a little dice, and we're going to decide which of our most crashed members we are going to be going in. All right. Finch and a guard. Finch and a guard. Let's start with you.
Okay.
You find yourself at the edge of a very violent crash. As you can see, the ship plummeted through the trees, snapping branches as it went, which I should probably demonstrate a little bit on the map. Just a little tiny bit. And you have, the violence of the crash probably fresh in your mind. You find yourself laying across some stones. You don't remember exactly everything that happened to you. Oh God! During the course of your flight, shall we say, through the mountain. But you do remember the violence of it. You remember feeling the ship pummeling through you. You remember the flagstones that kept the ship aloft shattering and spilling across the mountainside. You find yourself having rolled down the side of the hill, smashed across a couple of rocks, and now landing underneath an open sky. I need you to make a death saving throw.
Okay.
This one, you can say, oh, because this does not affect combat.
I can say this one out loud?
Yeah.
9.
9. Finch, you feel life fading from you in this moment. Your will is strong, but your body is broken. You look up into the sky, and you are going to see from all the twinkling purple lights of the destroyed flagstones, there's going to be one purple light coming into view up above. As you see circling above is the cat-like figure of the Atronach, swirling above the crash site, perhaps looking for survivors to slay. Make a death saving throw.
Do you want me to say it out loud or do you want me to message you?
Sure, message.
I'm going to do it on Facebook.
Sure. Understood. Life continues to spill out from you down the mountainside. And as your vision blurs and consciousness fades, you do see a glint of light in the sky, like light reflecting off of brilliant plate armor. And as your vision fades and you see that strange feline-like creature, you see something, again, like light reflecting off of brilliant scales. Perhaps you see Baphomet himself in this moment, fly down from the skies and bring away and scare away the great purple figure. And you have a moment of relief where you had a will and instinct to stand, to defend yourself and defend those who you could find, but your body was simply not responding. Stimulus to your body telling your body to get up, and it would not. And in this moment, you have a relieving moment where you do not need to fight. You just need to worry about you. What is Finch thinking about in this moment as you lay broken across the mountainside?
What is Finch thinking about in this moment? Trying to think what would be on their mind, considering the mission that we were carrying out. Probably that, honestly. I think they would be thinking about the significant danger that they were carrying and along with their compatriots in charge of to get to safety. And I think in that moment, they would be thinking about not knowing where that is, the grave danger that that could be putting, because we don't know. We don't know what happens if that gets in the hands of someone that's not us. So I think in that moment, they'd be still thinking about the mission that they've been set forward to complete.
You look up into the sky. You're thinking of your mission you need to complete. Trying to will yourself to move forward or to survive, what have you. You see that purplish figure disappearing into the mountainscape. You look beyond to see, jutting up from the peaks, even as you look up, you can see kind of the edge of them, and look down and you see these two great peaks coming to like a great point in the edge, pointing up like the end of a beetle's tail, or like two pincers towards the sky, not like Lyran one, where it looks like a blasted hole through a mountain, but almost like two slender peaks moving straight up in the air. And the sun behind it. And you see all that glint, all that light fill your eyes, reflecting off of 100 shields as you see mighty wings coming down to you, Finch. You think Bahamut is here. Make me your final death saving throws. Your eyes begin to close. You see, indeed, it is, as far as you know, the great, almost silver-like body, with the bluish sky, the mighty body, bigger than the cat-like creature you see. Wind brushing across your face with every flap of the wind, almost lulling you on to something beyond. The great and mighty form of Bahamut says, Satis Yam Wesa. And in Celestial, he speaks to you to say, rest now. You have done enough. And as you fade, unconsciousness' mighty claw gently lashes into the dirt around you and grabs your body, and you feel his claws tense across your form as consciousness is lost. And we will perhaps come back to you. There are two others who fell upon the mountain and did not stand back up. One of which is Zarval the Grim. Not far away from the crash sites, but just far enough. Zarval, you fell through the air and you felt yourself hit a mighty branch that completely altered your momentum. You fell down, hit the branch, and your body swung out from underneath it. You felt several ribs break. You smashed through a number of smaller branches that lacerated through your skin as you through tree, then perhaps across the trunk of a mighty tree and hit the ground, rock smashing your shoulder, and you fell across the grass until you finally, as you almost begged for the motion to stop, your body flattens out across its back. And you feel the painful feeling of your crossbow pushing into your back as you lay upon it. Your body bleeding, snapped, and broken. Please make me a death saving throw.
This is coming in Zoom chat.
Zoom chat, got it.
Oh, oops, wait, hold on.
I got it.
Yeah, but it's different. I forgot to alter it.
Understood. It hurts, Zarval, and your body hurts a lot. And you don't feel you could stay awake for very long. What would you be thinking about in this moment, in this wilds you've never been to, this unfamiliar place?
Yeah, I think he's probably thinking, I mean, having maybe been able to register that he was crashing through branches and rocks and earth again, probably like recognizes that it's like his final resting place might be lost in the middle of nature. And I'm assuming that also conjures images of being caught up in the storm with Cord, where he was also killed and by being hit by trees and branches and logs and whatnot. And they probably, I'm assuming, tries to summon the energy to open his eyes, stand up or whatever, and is unable, and then starts thinking about kind of being unable to defend himself as a child. And then I think that probably takes him into visions of the drow refugee children in the in Larangorn, because that was very impactful for him. And then I think, at that point, probably the last thing he thinks of as he kind of naturally progresses from the drow children and the visit there is probably to a thought of Yvain and of the night that they spent sitting outside the tent together when the sky kind of cleared up for the two of them.
Yeah, maybe another death saving throw, please. Understood. The feeling, you think of all of these things, and some of those things give you strength. And the last thing in that moment that crossed your mind was Yvain, your probably greatest friend. And it gives you some will to keep going, despite the fact that when you try and move your leg to stand up, it shocks with a horrific pain that tells you that to move is to rip your body more. You submit to the inability to move, but just do everything in your power to keep your eyes open. And your eyes color changes for you. You see those arrays of greens and pinks like you did in Lyrengorn when you sat under the sky with Yvain. As you think of these things, how much do you think Zarvolg wishes to survive? Do you think he's ready, or is he prepared to fight tooth and nail to survive? Even in this moment.
Yeah. In this moment, I think he's probably a little conflicted. I think that Zarvolg probably has never been super afraid to die because he didn't value his existence that much for a long time. But he does kind of, romanticize the idea of like this heroic, meaningful death. But then I think that probably kind of brings it to his attention that this isn't necessarily that. This isn't death on the field of battle. He never got his statue that he's always dreamed about, and his particular campaign doesn't feel over yet. So I think that would kind of inspire him to want to be able to survive.
Okay. Maybe a death saving throw. But I'm going to hang with you a little longer than I did Finch. You think of fame, and you think of glory, and you think you have not yet enough on this plane. You pass by. You feel the shadows long on these trees, these shades on the tree that in your faded, altered vision from your pain state, perhaps some of these dark, long, thin trees might look like cloaks to you. Might look like the image of a long, cloaked woman, perhaps. The woman of death. You don't want to go. Your head turns. You see the peaks. These two long, thin, narrow peaks off in the mountain distance. The light burns your eyes, glints, bounces, reflects. Is there anything else for Zarvolg in this moment?
No, at this point, I think he's probably struggling between attempts to use the bits of meditation and focus that he's learned to try to kind of like focus his thoughts and will himself into consciousness, and then kind of essentially maybe failing at that, and drifting to the point where he feels like he's kind of fading in and out of consciousness.
Okay. Make me that saving throw, please. Understood. It is fame and glory that you seek, to be the best, and for all to know that you're the best. You find yourself on the razor's edge in this moment. You want fame, you want glory. But you also focus on your warrior technique to survive. It is not in primal that you seek your ability to move forward. It is in the glory of warriorship, the power of breath, the power of your body to continue. There is no storm. There is no storm lord. There is only the storm lord that you bring with you. For once you thought perhaps of a wilder path, but in this moment you prove to yourself, here under the boughs of the trees in the most primal of places, that it is you who is a warrior and not a savage. And no matter what happens next, that is what defines you. Maybe your final death saving throws. Your eyes begin to droop close. Your eyes begin to close. Life, it seems, begins to slip away. But you have fame, you have glory, you have stories yet left to tell. And though there are no clouds, not a single one, like a crack of thunder, you hear a voice guiding in the back of your head that says, "Get up, Zorvog. Get up." And we will come back to you. We have one last person who the mountainside is trying to claim. Inside the bows of the ship, where there are no crossbows on the side of the ship. But there are, in the belly of the ship, many skeletons, and one who is not yet dead. Nyx. This is a death saving throw. I need you to roll me a flat d20. You can say aloud, or you can message me privately the result, and that will determine if you are closer to life or closer to death. Just a random d20, and please let me know one way or another what that result is.
I message you in the group chat.
Okay. Okay. Nyx, you have so many stories left to tell. You have so many stories yet to learn. This has been such a great one. What would be the purpose of a bard to have seen such a tale, such heroism, and to not tell it? This is, in this moment, your heart keeps you going, not by the power of will to defend and find glory, but to spread joy and wonder and hope. And as it is so often with Fae creatures, such a thing. You're just like, no, I'm not quite ready. I've got stories to tell, perhaps, is how you. And I want to hear how you feel. But first, let's have a second death saving. Please.
I'm so sorry, my internet cut off for the last bit. I didn't hear it.
Maybe another death saving throw. And after that, we're going to see how Nyx feels in this moment, what she's thinking about.
Is it another d20?
Yes, it's the same roll. Okay. Nyx, you're pretty hurt. I don't think you've ever been hurt this bad in your life. As you sit here in the dilapidated belly of this ship surrounded by glint skeletons, what is Nyx thinking about on the brink of consciousness and death?
I think they would be thinking that they might have gotten in a little over their heads. They're still very young. in the scheme of elvish people. And that there's a lot that they have left to experience and learn. And I think they would definitely be a little scared in the moment, hopeful to move on, like to be able to come back from this, to have another chance to make better decisions.
Maybe another death saving throw, please. You, Nyx, come from a world that is not quite as set and physical as this place. In this world, if you walk from A to B, you will get there. If you wish for something, you have to go get it. Where you come from, if you're trying to travel from A to B, you will be taken on a great adventure of wonders that never cease, no matter how close A and B are together. And if you want something in the Feywild, you need simply want it. The opportunity will present itself. And where you go, you bring the Feywild with you a little bit, here and there. And as you have a want, a will to try again, you fall into unconsciousness, but you will wake, so long as no one comes to disturb your rest. And perhaps there's a last fleeting, scary thought of that woman with 6 arms and many daggers who's out there in the forest somewhere. And you come to unconsciousness, hopefully rise again in a couple of hours. We are going to pull away from these fallen champions for a minute. There's other stuff going on. Now, there were certain things that couldn't be controlled in the descent for some of you. There were things out of your control, but there were some things that weren't within your control. Yvain most especially. So Yvain, I want to hold with you for a moment now. You saw much as you gathered your abilities of flight and your wings became unstable. You saw the ship crash. You do not remember or know how many people were still on that ship, but you saw the crash, just the ship snapping and folding in on itself through the mountainside. You saw Beverly sort of flying through the wild, and Glint also sort of flying through the wild, and Will with his skeleton friends there. And you, amongst all of these people, the most control upon your destination. What would Yvain do? Where's Yvain going? Who would Yvain try to meet with or find?
Going to stay with the ship until it goes down. And put the builder and Fen down. What do I see?
Okay. You watch for probably like 30 seconds to a minute of an excruciating visual of the ship plowing through trees and skidding across the countryside, bouncing and rupturing across rocks. And
she wouldn't wait 30 seconds. She wouldn't wait 30 seconds.
Okay. You fly. I don't mean to say that you wait 30 seconds, just simply mean to say that it takes all of 30 seconds to a minute for the crash to finally halt and to become safe enough to approach. And you fly in and you come in as fast as you can, holding as close as you can, maybe even to the point of danger where wood and debris fly up and you find yourself slightly having to dodge around certain elements of the crash to try and keep up. You see some of the flagstones shatter across boulders and rupture into 100 pinkish magical pieces across the mountainside. And you fly in as it finally comes to a halt. It takes you but seconds to find your way to land towards the back of, well, everything. So we're going to put you on the path right here. I put you here, Zarval, but you're somewhere else.
Okay.
So Yvain, you fly in. You drop Fen to the ground. Oh, that is not you. You drop the gnome builder down as well. And the moment you drop Fen down, Fen just takes off. Fen just goes running towards the crash site. The gnome sort of, oh shit, kind of like leans up against a tree. Probably evacuates his bowels. Yvain, you're going right into the crash site in this moment. Okay. You follow Fen, who goes at full dog speed, running towards the crash site. You flutter over in your giant eagle splendor with Fen. Fen goes running around. It's a dangerous crash site. It hasn't even fully settled yet, where pieces of the mast are still falling over, trees are descending, but you two don't care. You go rummaging around. Fen is looking around, sniffing like frantically, looking for Zarval, you presume. Fen manages to find an opening in one of the windows, and he sort of pushes himself through. You're a little too big to follow in that moment, but it would not be hard to see that the front of the ship is open, that the ship snapped about halfway through. You fly around the side to enter within and try and see who's inside the belly of the ship, perhaps.
Okay.
You land over here in your bird form, and you see skeletons. The skeletons of glint, bones snapped, smashed all over the place, and probably with a couple of chunks of wood in very unhealthy places lodged into their body and pinned up against the side of the ship. You see slumped nicks.
All right, I'll get unshift, get them undone, and cast a quick heal, and then look for Finch.
All right. You, in this moment, dislodge a piece of wood that was pinning Nyx to the wall, and you cast heal. So Nyx, the last thing you remember is this sort of, you're not ready to go, you have stories to tell, and you fade to unconsciousness, and suddenly, like you might imagine a defibrillator, this wealth of life pours into you in this moment. You kind of just sort of come to as in a single instance, your broken bones and seared and serrated flesh just stitched together, and you regain 70 hit points in this moment.
Wait, no. I don't, not that heal. I'm going to cast a healing. I would love to cast a heal, but I don't have that one.
Sorry, you said heal, and I forgot.
But I'm so sorry. I'm going to cast a Cure Wounds at first level, which is not going to be all that wonderful. And again, I apologize. In fact, it's only going to be, what is that? All right. It's a 1. I rolled it twice. Well, I've got others, so it's going to be roll the 8 card. All right, so it's 4, plus 30. All right. What's that? All right. So it ends up being exactly 8 points of healing.
So Nick's not quite the defibrillation feeling, but sort of a pained, but nonetheless immediate reentry back into consciousness, where you were sort of loopy before and weren't totally feeling the wrath of the pain that hit you in great quantities. But yes, in this moment, your vision, your mind clears. Any essential broken bones or serrated limbs are mended, but you are at the bare, not the bare, but close to the bare minimum it takes for you to get back up on your feet. We have a lingering injury to resolve really quick. Nyx, do you want exhaustion or do
Can
you
you
want
check the
lingering?
messages? I think I screwed up. Can you check the messages real quick on Zoom? I think I screwed up something.
Okay. Yeah, let me explain how it works to you. So what you do is you did fine. You just roll a d20 and you no modifiers whatsoever. You just tell me the result. And when you have go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, okay. When you roll a 10 or higher, that is considered a success. When you roll a 9 or lower, that is considered a failure. If you roll a natural 1, that's 2 failures. If you roll a nat 20, you're immediately back up at 1. You
But
rolled...
I've got like,
Go ahead.
because I put in the damage, so it's got like the little failure success guy right there.
Yeah. So click on it, and you should be able to give yourself back some hit points, and that will go away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what was successes over 10?
Over 10, yeah. So you succeeded. You were unconscious. You weren't dead. You were unconscious.
Okay.
So you're good.
Awesome.
So you have
Thank
8
you so
hit
much.
points thanks to Yvain. No problem.
Yay, Yvain, you're amazing.
So in this moment, Nyx, you kind of like come back to consciousness. Your mind sort of comes into focus. You're not as loopy as before. Your most essential pieces of damage across your body are healed. You are pained by, pain, but you are alive and you are conscious and you are coherent. Would you like an exhaustion or would you like a lingering injury? Because you did go to 0.
Let's take exhaustion.
Okay, mark off 1 point of exhaustion as you come to consciousness and see Yvain standing over you, probably in a state of great distress above you. I will say, for your sake, Yvain, Happy's looking around. Happy's off bouncing through all of the debris and whatnot and making his way down to the second heap and is actively trying to help look.
I will tell him to find Finch, and then I will call to Fen, and I will say Sa'ash, which is his call to come.
Make me a animal handling check. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give you disadvantage. He is very worried for his master.
I know, that's why I'm trying to call him. We're going to go find him together.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I rolled a 15 and a 17. So the 15 plus 9 is a 24.
24. He sort of like looks up and looks at you. And this is a word that has been taught to him by his master and thus has a lot of relevance. And he looks out the window and looks back to you and kind of comes over to you. But he has no focus on you. Like he'll stay with you, but you suspect for not a long time. As he's like looking around and sniffing.
And in what goblin she has, what little goblin, like she's got 80 hours. She's 25% of the way to the goblin. She's going to say, we're going to find him. We're going to find him. And then with Happy, she's find Finch. So now she's like, help me find Finch. Help me find Finch and we'll go find Zara.
Happy gives you a little salute and goes hopping through wreckage. Happy goes bouncing down Would you leave Nyx, or are you gonna?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Nyx, you kind of come to, and maybe you like catch Yvain's eye. She gives you a little nod, like, "Okay, you're good." And jets with the dog at your side, kind of leaving you alone in the ship. What is your plan? You want to go with?
Yeah, Nyx would like to go with.
All right. You stumble to your feet. You're in a lot of pain, but you're very much alive, and you go to help. Um, uh, you go running. Finch is very much like keeping a very slow pace behind you. Yvain is following, but is like not really keeping up much and wants to kind of turn around, but is for the time being sticking not right with you, but is following you. You make your way clambering down to the second part of the wreck. And you are going to go looking. Actually, at about this point, as you're in the wreck, passive. What are your passive perceptions?
24.
24. Yeah, Yvain, you probably instinctively find your hand on Nyx's shoulder or whoever's shoulder as you see the purple form, purple starry form of the Adrenok circling above the crash site, like like looking and scouting for survivors per problem. What do you do?
Is that where we are? How does it look?
I would say that's exactly where you are. The Adrenok still, you see that sort of spilling of magical radiation. The Adrenok is hurt, but it is not so hurt that it is gumming up the hunt.
All right. Then in which case, it doesn't look like it's hunting. I'm going to attempt to stealth and find Finch.
Okay, you will persist in trying to find Finch. Go ahead and make me a stealth check. Zarvolg, if you'd be so kind, make me a Fen stealth check. And I would like a stealth check from you as well, Nyx, at disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Genius, but it's a 16.
16, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, you want it out loud? 19.
Yeah, 19, okay. Nyx?
13.
13. You guys trying stealth? You would do well if you were trying to avoid the common man, but this creature is far beyond the common man. And as it's sort of circling around, looking below, it very quickly sort of, and then kind of finds itself into a dive and turns invisible as it sort of slips into the wind stream and disappears, and you get the sense it has found you. What do you do?
Oh God. Can I use invisibility?
Yeah, you. It's something that I think we forgot to do many times in the last combat, but I do need you because you have organ damage to only a con saving throw as you attempt to cast invisibility.
Okay. 28.
28. Yeah, you are more than you are more than capable. Yeah, that's not bad for a bard.
You invented invisibility.
You're like, organ damage? What organ damage? And you absolutely turn invisible in this one. You are gone. Are you proceeding towards the second crash site? Are you taking cover? Are you running? What are you doing? As you are invisible. Are you staying
I think
put?
I'm gonna follow along. I'm gonna follow along. I'm invisible so that I don't slow Yvain down, but like I'm gonna follow along.
Okay, Yvain, what's your plan? It saw you very clearly, and it did what it had done many times, where it sort of picks up speed and disappears in the wind. And you get the sense you have a couple of seconds to make a decision.
Right.
What?
Fine. So, we are going to stand our ground. I'm going to wait till I see it again. But I have absolutely no idea if this is going to work because it wasn't great the last time. However, we're going to go with light this time.
Okay. You stand your ground, you prepare your magics, you mean to face down your enemy, and hope it works. Hope it works. You will not run from this creature who has done so much harm to your party, and I'll see if that works out for you. In a final moment where it is about a couple hundred feet away, it appears from invisibility. Did you have something you would have held?
Yeah. Light.
Light?
Light.
The light. Okay, I'll make a con save for it.
Fuck. Okay. Oh, that's right. It's a con save. DC 19.
It fails, but it is going to use a legendary resistance to save instead. It has resistance to spell damage, so it will take a quarter damage. Go ahead and roll.
33, so divided by 4, what is that? 5?
It is 16, which is 8. It takes 8 points of necrotic damage as you blunders into its body, and as it brings forward these massive paws, these ship-rending claws as it comes to descend upon you, Yvain. Like a bowling ball hitting a pin, completely flanking it. Its head turns at the last minute, and you just see a shot of like silvery light, like a creature of silvery light, just hammer into the side of the creature in a bludgeoning impact, and the Adronach just goes flying out of the sky, not like a up and out, but like a bullet in that impact. It got hit so hard, and the creature that hit it goes with it. So it's more of it's flying at you and then just gone. And there is a huge impact in the side of the mountain, probably right around here, that there's a huge dust stone cloud. You guys probably cover your heads as stones kind of fall here and there and around. And you look up to see basically descending this creature of silver. Descending, you see this great silver dragon, larger than the Adronach, descend upon the crash site, claw reared forth. And we're going to steer away from that as you all witness this mighty dragon. We need to go check on, well, first and foremost, Red is there, who probably hasn't made himself known as he's just keeping himself hidden, probably around the trees following the party. Ember, you're sitting there in your little genie ring. You're doing all right. We're going to come to you, though, I promise. But I want to resolve whoever's left out in the wilds now, who are not far away from each other. So, Blink, my friend, you, however, are very far away from all of this. You are, and everything's going great. You land daintily and easily into the dirt on your feet. No more damage taken. You did see the ship sort of disappear past one of the hills that made up the peaks of these mountains, and you a huge crashing sound in the flight of an eagle, and you landed. And no worse for wear with your party companions, including, or your skelly companions, including the corpse of Frederick. And then a moment later, not too far off, maybe like 100, 200 feet off, you see Beverly sort of Mary Poppins down as well. and is going to land not too far away either, looking a little, if not very frazzled by the whole situation. What do you do?
So I could see where the ship is, but I think Glint's first is gonna try and get towards Beverly. Unlink the wheel, the skeleton sort of fall into formation around him. Beverly, are you all right?
Oh, Glenn, hi. Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm okay. I never jumped off of something that high and lived. I mean, that sounded stupid. You look really okay too. Uh, wow. I think I'm kind of in shock. Finch told me about shock. This feels a lot like that. Oh my God, is Finch? Oh gods. Bahamut. Oh fuck.
We'll have to get to that ship and see. If you want to fall in with me.
Yeah, sure, okay. She like pulls out her spear and shield. Her spear's like sort of like you have the sense she's like in the middle of like a mild anxiety attack, and she's just like, yeah, let's go, sure, yeah, okay, and she's like she's been in enough fights that she's like it's not crippling her, but she is certainly feeling the moment. She's not quite as mild mannered as Glint, who seems to take everything very much in stride. What would you? So you're going to start heading in that direction, basically.
Yeah. I think Glint's going to look at Beverly, and Glint's not the best read of people, but he can still see that she's like in shock, and is probably not going to mention then that he's worried about whether or not that the knife lady survived the fall as well. Because I don't know how you drop a ship on a ghost, and Glint wouldn't know how you drop a boat on a ghost. But he will set a course towards the ship.
Okay. She will kind of sort of take the lead, being the only living warrior, and will, they're spear and shield, and so is she. Finch is kind of maybe not. Actually, I was more like a Yvain and Finch thing, but both of them have kind of shaping Finch into sort of like, or Beverly into this sort of uh, hoplite battle style paladin here. So sort of a spear and shield gal. And you guys start making your way through the wilderness. You're probably the least athletically capable of the individuals around. You got a bit of a climb ahead of you. And indeed, there is the concern of a certain unwieldy character around. So I'm going to do a little roll for you, my friend. Okay. How are you looking?
Glint took a little bit of damage at the start, but is largely uninjured. Banged up, definitely stressed, tired, but still pretty hale and hearty for the most part.
Okay. You guys get to a point in the ascent there where it becomes a bit of a climb. You guys make your way slow and steady, so that's what wins the race around here. Where Beverly's sort of up at the lead, taking point. Your skellies are trying to take point as much as they can, sort of keeping a perimeter around you, maybe a little bit wider because you need handholds, but keeping an eye on you while you're attempting to climb. Not going to make you do any checks because it's not too hard, but you're kind of making your way up the mountain because I don't believe you're trained in athletics, right?
Nope.
Beverly, however, is and was taught quite well by Finch how to manage a climb, and is kind of keeping a lookout and is taking everything in stride. She's kind of calmed down a little bit by this point, but still seems a little frazzled at the idea of maybe kind of suppressing the idea of what the worst could be. Okay. So a blade is going to find you in the climb. As you got yourself sort of leaned over the ground, a familiar curved dagger will find itself into your chest. It is a critical hit, but for the sake of not wanting to actually kill you, there's not going to be sneak attack on this. So you're going to take 17 points of damage, piercing damage, and I need you to make a con saving throw.
Okay. That's going to be a 24.
A 24. That is very good. You are going to do just fine. I need to stop distracting myself for 4 minutes. Okay. Do you want lingering injury or do you want a exhaustion?
I mean, I'm already at permanently 1 point of exhaustion that I can't handle or cure. What would 2 points of exhaustion put me up to?
You would get half speed, I think it is. I don't have my.
I'll take that lingering injury.
All right. Lingering injury it is. Roll me a d20. Let's see how bad it comes out.
Okay. That is an 8.
That is an 8. This was slashing as it carves across your chest. She knew very well where to plant that blade, and she slashed across your belly so as not to hit you anywhere too lethal, but still debilitating. You have a pierced stomach. Your acid spills out of your stomach over your wound. When you complete, we will deal with that in due time. But write down pierced stomach, and please remind me once you complete your next long rest.
All right. That's what Beverly had in the caves, right?
Yes. Yes, where she was not really very good with that. And this lady, this very kind lady, is going to put another dagger in you. Or attempt to anyway.
Do I see where she is?
Yep, she sort of comes out of the ground and appears right in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Sort of appears right here. And that's going to be a very high roll to hit. It's going to be like 31, something like that. 31 to hit.
I'm going to cast Shield anyway, just to give myself some temp HP.
Fair enough. I need a con save.
Okay.
And you're going to take a hot 8 points of slashing damage.
All right. You said 8 points?
8.
Okay, that's a 27 on my con save. And I gain 18 temp HP, so I gain a net 10.
Yeah, understood. She is then going to be a little unsatisfied that you didn't go down. Oh, wait, did you make your con save?
Yes, that was a 27.
Yeah, you're fine. She's a little unsatisfied, and so she is going to take a bonus action disengage in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to fly up to Beverly, who, by the way, is pretty hurt. Like she's alive, but she's pretty hurt too herself. And this person is going to land here, and is going to bring all of her 6 blades around Beverly, and she sort of braces with the shield to attack, and she looks past Beverly to you. And this woman is going to say, "It is a shame when the youth die. Wouldn't you say, dwarf?"
Ooh. It is, but I don't know what exactly you want from me. Beyond apparently.
Where the circlet went. I know you have it. Who of your company possesses it?
You know, I say this in the fullest of honesty. I actually don't know where it is at the moment.
She is going to strike at Beverly. Beverly took the dodge action as a conversation ensues. These will be a disadvantage. It won't matter much. This is a very deadly killer you've been confronted with. Two of the blades just go, and Beverly drops to the ground. Another blade will sort of lure low, and she'll just continue to look at you.
It was placed in a storage space. I cannot tell you where it might have landed.
Tell me what you can.
Would Glint know where it would have ended up? Because
you saw the whole thing. I don't think you know the magical nuance of what happened, but you did see the events that transpired around Ember.
If I were to guess, it is likely near the wreckage itself. Please do not kill her.
Would you say it is with the red-haired one who disappeared before the crash? It is in his magical space?
Yes.
And she'll bring the blade up and will turn around and sort of move with miraculous haste up the side of the mountain in immediate 80 feet with a dash action on it for 160 feet and sort of vanish into the mountainside. Beverly, see how Beverly's doing. Beverly shoots up in this moment. On a nat 20 death saving throw, she shoots up and kind of and starts swinging her spear, her glowing spear around that Yvain gave her. Just where'd you go? She's kind of like sort of waving her spear around. She's still like in battle moment. In battle.
She's going where we are.
What do we do?
Well, we can't much outrun her, but we can try and run as fast as we can. And I'm guessing that was like a surprise round, then a full turn, and then.
Yeah, it was a surprise round on you. She got her way over to Beverly, and then kind of held an attack. And then it became a conversation at that point where you could have, Beverly could have, but it was a bit of a standoff. She had a knife to her throat.
Yeah.
So Beverly's at 1 hit point now. It's not looking too hot, but she's still like looks ready to move. So you wish to continue?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you do. Ember, let's hit up you, my friend. You are in your space. You are certainly in a little bit more of a comfortable space than everybody else. You are, I believe, vaguely aware of the exterior. And Red has been following the party and will perhaps soon reveal itself now that the Outer is gone. Is there anything you would like to do or want to do as you remain in the space, holding the chess piece to Frederick that bears the circlet inside? You're muted.
I'm gonna put the chess piece in one of the armoires and close and lock it, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna heal myself because that seems appropriate.
Fair enough. I will say, as you put the crown in the armoire, you don't know if it was the same for everybody else, but just for a minute, you have this like fluttery feeling, this almost repulsion feeling, like like in your body. Not that like, not that like you feel the crown's presence in your body, but like there's something inside you that is like, oh, not in a, not in a, not in a like a sickly way, but almost like your very blood is repulsed by it. It's strange.
I will say something aloud as I'm putting it in there.
Okay.
And it's directed at the reliquary itself. You will behave, or I will drop you in the deepest volcanic fire that I can imagine, and I will cast the entire mountain down around you. Do not fuck with me. You'll live eternity in the city of brass under piles of volcanic ash that will never see the light of day. Quiescence is where you want to be. And then I will close and lock the door.
Fantastic. Do so. I feel better. It's difficult to describe because so much of this thing is like made you feel so sickly. This isn't sickness. It's almost like something secondary.
It's
Something
unclean.
secondary. Yeah, it's unclean, but you are clean. And those two things don't merge well. So while you have experienced this sickliness from the thing, there's something else at play here for you, something biological for you that just didn't like it. You sit, wait. You wait, and you begin to rest, as you might so desperately need, as you hide amongst the branches inside inside your lamp for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. I've got 8 hours I can spend. I'm gonna burn a pack spell for a cure wounds, so in case I have to come out to heal somebody else, I'm not at trip and fall over my own feet and die.
Fair enough. Can't blame you there. At which point, I think we shall retreat back to the exterior, where Nyx and where Finch and Nyx are, or God damn it, where Yvain and Nyx are. And you see the magnificent dragon land some 100, 200 feet off, away from the crash site. What is the Nyx Yvain reaction?
Vane grabs her boom from Bahamut and like puts it to the ground and says, "Make them whole and bring them to me." And she's talking about Finch and Zarvolk.
Okay. In that moment, Fen goes just. You don't know if it is divine scent. You don't know if it's just Fen himself, but he turns around. He flies into the wilds, disappears, completely runs. Not in a fear for the dragon kind of way, but in a he's got a mission, he's got something he wants, so he's going to go do kind of way. You yourself, well, that's what you do, Yvain. Nyx, what do you do?
So my internet broke out really bad. I have no idea. So what's happening here is the cat thing gone. We just have the dragon chilling.
So the cat thing, yeah, was like plummeted into the side of the mountain a couple hundred feet off. I'll kind of place it. You can't see it right now. You don't know where it is, but it got smashed in the mountain over here. And then this very large dragon landed a couple hundred feet off from the remaining crash site. What do you do?
I'm gonna go hide, maybe behind a rock or a tree. I'm gonna take cover.
That's very fair, my friend.
The hit points are low.
The hit points are low. What? Yeah, so you are invisible, so it's not hard to hide, and you kind of just find your way over here, making a stealth check. You have advantage because you are very invisible right now.
So stealth check. 8.
8. An advantage?
Yeah, I know. It was a 2 plus 6 advantage. Oh wait, I get to roll 2. I'm dumb. I get to do 2.
Yeah, you get to do 2. Take your highest.
Oh, thank God, 24.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you don't think anyone would have an easy time finding you at this point. You're hidden away. The dragon grasps, and well, the dragon lands as you two have both done your things, and the dragon is going to take off. It sort of like looks down and kind of does this with its one, and then does this with another. And it kind of looks up and goes for a second flight. You guys do anything as it's beginning to take off? Yvain?
As the silver dragon is beginning to take off.
Yeah. Did you wish to do anything in that moment?
I can't do anything. I don't have anything.
Okay, you let it go?
The silver dragon, yeah, like I'm just sitting here with my wings of. I've got other things on my mind, yeah. Okay.
Dragon flies away. Ember, I'll tell you what. Red will, as it is the power of the familiar, will sort of psychically tell you that there is a big dragon out there that seems to be grabbing the Finch and starting to fly away. Should I do anything? Is kind of what Red relays to.
Yeah, follow the dragon.
I'll do my best. It's very fast, and it will. Red will begin to fly after the dragon. And
wave at it. It might notice.
Okay. And can you maybe a performance check for Rebecca?
Sure. I get extras. Okay, so it's just a straight 20. 16.
16. That's enough. Red sort of does a little, is like, basically puts on the ring, sort of like finagles it, kind of manages to slip it on, and then kind of like does some like crazy waves, maybe like shoots a little fire into the air. You see that, Yvain. You see that, Nyx. As Red sort of does a little dance off in the corner, and the dragon certainly notices. It kind of does a little U and turns and will land about here, and will kind of tilt its head and will speak. Yeah, go ahead.
And something that nobody has seen yet, Red will speak in Ember's voice aloud.
Ooh.
Because I actually have voice of the Chain Master.
Hell yeah.
Where are you going with Finch? And can the rest of us come? I would imagine my companions are fairly not in good shape.
Oh, a warlock, yes. Never seen of him. Yes. Yes. You are companions with Finch and a guard. Then you may come.
Fantastic. Give me just 1 second while I get everybody together or figure out where everybody is. We got a little broken, as you can see.
Be swift. The Kadogeist roams. You have been marked for death. You and your body.
Okay. I'll kind of turn around and guys, we really should not stay. Who are we missing?
We're missing Zarval, and I can't wild shape again.
Okay, and
Unless someone wants to try to burn a boon on it, I'm going to try to polymorph myself to find him. It's a risk unless someone knows how to talk to animals.
It's not inside of my scope.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's a huge risk.
The dragon will speak as it hears your contemplation. It says, if you must spend time tracking for others who are missing, send them. But those who would go with your prophets of Bahamut must come now. I will not risk the life of his most precious child, for there is death on the loose, and I would see them safe.
I'm not leaving Zarval. You've
yes.
been immediately so possible.
There's something that you should probably take with you then. I hold on a second. And I will go to the armoire. I will pull the the chest plate and whatnot out of the armoire. You heard me. Do not fuck with me. And I will use a bonus action, leave the ring.
Right? You do indeed leave the ring.
This is the reliquary that thing wants. The further it is away from here, the better, because I'm pretty certain we don't want her to have it. It's a little icky.
He'll look you up and down and he'll say, I'm far more interested in you. You, I can see now so clearly. have blood similar to that. Perhaps you should come too.
I have to find Zarvol. Are you coming or not?
I have to help. Take this. Please. We'll make our way. Where the hell am I going to? Red?
We can track
with
him. He's
him.
a dragon.
More importantly, Red. Go with them.
You will look to the mountain peak with the 2 peaks at the top. You will say, "That is where I live. I will see your friends safe. And then I will come and help you search."
Remember, I'm going to polymorph myself into an eagle. All right? They're intelligent. I won't be able to talk to you, but
it's okay. We'll figure it out. Go find him.
I'm going to cast polymorph myself onto. And I'm actively searching for Zarvol.
Okay. I got Nick. I'm missing Beverly and Glint.
Yeah.
Actually, Nyx is very close. Nyx isn't far from Yvain.
Yeah. So I will also say that, like, you guys don't really know where Nyx went off, unless Nyx, you wish to reveal yourself. You're not really sure where Nyx is, but a 24 something stealth check while invisible. I don't think you guys know where Nyx is at.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Can Nyx reveal themselves without losing invisibility? Can they like holler out to just?
You could be like,
just my
"I'm here. I just don't want to waste invisibility. I'm here." You can pull one of those if you wanted to.
Yay!
Just start kicking rocks around.
Enough.
Yeah. The dragon will say, "I will go. Where you look, be quick. I cannot begin to speak of how much you are in danger. Find who you wish, but the inevitable end is upon you. She will have your life if you spend too long in these woods. She has taken more stronger than you. Be quick, cautious, and fear the dark." And the dragon will turn and beat its mighty wings and ascend some 160 feet in a single instance and begin to soar towards the peaks in the distance. And you all will begin the hunt for the missing Zarvol, Glint, and Beverly in the wilds, where you know one of the most apparently deadly assassins to ever walk Exandria hunts for you. Zarvol, we will come to you before we end the session. You heard this almost crack of thunder that said, basically, ebbed you to survive. And you find yourself coming to a harsh consciousness as you are in pitch black in these woods. And you feel wet, hot dog lick on your face as you come to consciousness. But you are in the pitch black woods. You can't see your hand in front of your face. You can't see the dog licking your face, but you can smell his breath, and that's about it. And you can feel the pain in your body as you are at 1 hit point and survive the crash. Many hours after it.
All right. Do I get to do stuff?
Yeah, we're in a full like Revenant mode here. Like if you saw Revenant with Leo, like you're rising from the grave in this moment right now because you're fucked. You know?
Yeah, I hadn't thought about the movie, but that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm going to post bear mauling, crawl myself into somewhere where I can kind of hide or burrow or whatever for the moment. While I try to gather myself a little bit.
Okay. You maybe a survival check to see if you can find yourself somewhere safe.
All right, I've got on the way there. I've got a second wind I can blow and a fighting spirit for a little bit of little bit of HP to help get myself through the sticks and shrubs. And then we want a survival check.
Yep.
21.
21. You take your second wind, sort of, and kind of breathe enough to kind of like pull yourself to your front. Your fighting spirit.
Right.
Now that you're conscious, now you're able to pull forth the spirit of yourself to keep pouring forth, and every crawl is excruciating to your body, but you manage to crawl. Fen sort of winds around you, but kind of like circles you as you crawl, as if to like keep a safety of you, a predator protection to you, and you manage to find a little burrow nearby where some animal, recent or long gone, have created a home for themselves, large enough for you to fall into if you wished. Do you choose to?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get in and basically do what an injured animal would do. Try to like hide and still myself as much as possible and cover myself in whatever dirty nastiness I can get around me to kind of mute my scent.
All right, you do this. You fall into this hole. You do indeed fall into this hole. As you do, you kind of push yourself around and cover yourself up with dirt and grime and whatever else you can to keep yourself safe. You get the sense that whatever used to live here still is living here, because there is some not fresh dung, but there is dung in here, and there is refuse, and you start coating your scent and kind of just like do the old curl up and hope you don't die when you wake up from all of your injuries, and begin to try and ford the long night of survival. Yeah?
I've got Fen with me, right? So
yeah,
I guess
Fen's there with you.
I'll put him in between myself and whatever opening there happens to be, and kind of try to use his body warmth to keep myself going.
Got it. And Fen sort of comes up and sort of lays himself next to you, like right up against your body for warmth, and his head's kind of sticking up the hole, waiting for whatever it is that might or might not come back, and you find yourself easily slipping from consciousness if you wish to evade the pain of the day, and you do indeed, without really noticing, find yourself like slipped into sleep, and hoping that your loyal companion will be there to protect you if something goes awry in the night, because you are in no position to defend yourself. Which brings me to a point where we end the session. I do need to go through some potential lingering injuries with Zarval and Finch. So let's start with you, Zarval, because you're the one who is hurting here. You know, why do you all like each other so much? I have to scroll so far to get to all the rolls. That's fine.
Do you want I can give you my rolls. I know what they were.
I got your rolls. I just found them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need 2 from you, because you rolled 1 below 5 and you went to 0. So would you like exhaustions or would you like lingering injuries?
Give me 1 of each.
All right, go ahead and take 1 point of exhaustion, which you'll probably sleep off by the morning, and a bludgeoning. Oh,
hey,
roll a d20 for me. That's on you.
Yep. 4.
Quite perfectly, you have internal injuries. Whenever you attempt an action in combat, you must make a DC 15 con saving throw. On a failed save, you lose the action. You can't take reactions at the start of your next turn. It seems that your arms and legs work fine, but there is great pain in your torso that prevents you from taking decent action.
I bet
so
there
go ahead and mark
is.
that down. Internal injury, bludgeoning. Last is you, Finch. Finch, you are solid where you ended rolling because of the intervention of the dragon, but you did, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's still here. I do need 2 from you as well. Would you like exhaustion or would you like lingering injuries?
I'm going to do 1 of each.
1 of each as well. Go ahead and roll me a d20 for bludgeoning.
Okay. 13.
13. Finch Andegard, for all of the damage and suffering you went through, you're a tank, my friend. You have a minor concussion. You got hit by a plane, and you take a minor concussion. You have disadvantage on intelligence checks, which is now gone because you did. You haven't received any. Never mind. Yeah, so you have a minor concussion through bludgeoning. Mark that.
Okay.
And we will complete this sort of little wildlife expedition soon enough. But that is where we will end our session tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That was one hell of a show.
I mean, I might not even be alive.